Hey, let's see. Okay, let's see if I got this set up right. Whoa, how loud is that music? I can't tell from the audio thing. Hey, Ms. Malamute. I was waiting for this all day. Aw. How are you doing? And I'm dropping pieces on the floor. I mean, I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I wouldn't do that. Hey, D. So, tell me how loud this music is. Seems louder than usual, but I can't tell. Also, I have to have my headset plugged in because for some reason it didn't charge. But a little louder than usual? Why would it be louder than usual? I didn't adjust this as far as I know. There. Some of it may be that track. Okay, how's that? I want to... Hi, Mom. Let's see. Oh, well.
No
we had
way.
An off-stream resub.
This is also my jam.
How's that volume? Because I could hear the alert and the music both well, which is unusual for me. So maybe. Volume, yes, no, maybe. Mute it. Shut down the stream. Delete channel.
No way. Okay. This is my jam.
Ms. Malamute, thank you
jam.
for that sub. Resub. Let me get my jam emotes. All right. But oh, it sounds good. Her. I didn't even see that until you corrected it. I don't know what's going on with this computer. Let's restart the bot. Okay. All right, now let's try this. Whoop. Yay! Okay. Let's switch over to our build. If you were here last week, you saw we were starting to work on Benny's spaceship. By starting, with my pandas. By starting, I mean we got like probably 70% of the way through. To change and do some other stuff. All right, I'll allow it this time. Next time, remember to put a request in ahead of time. Can I see the design on your shirt? You probably can. Let's see. Nope. That's not the button. I'm a professional. Let's see. Here, we're gonna cheat. There we go. Haha. It's a heart support shirt. It says, wow, I don't know. Over here it says instead, and over here it says I live, which was part of our campaign they did last year? I don't remember when. I think on the back it has the hearts. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, there's the heart support logo. I can't do the whole mirroring thing. I can't do it. Oops. Yeah. I like it a lot. Sadly, it started to crack around the design, but it's still readable. I'm hoping that it lasts. Oh, you're very welcome. I will one day learn like the whole mirroring thing. Like when I look at the screen, it's because my view isn't mirrored. I wonder if I should set it up in OBS if I can to reverse it for me. That would be like all big brain. I don't want to actually reverse the camera because then everything reads backwards. That any other text that shows up here. I want to do more suicide prevention work, but don't know in what capacity quite yet. I'm knocking things on the ground. Yeah, it's right now my capacity is just being here. Being connected with art support, but hoping to be someone people can talk to. But yeah, it is difficult thing. Okay, let me see if I can find the thing I just knocked off. Is it? What did I just knock off? I don't even know. I thought it was that little, yeah, it's that little, is it just the cup that I had just picked up and placed back in the same place that I knocked it off last time? That's very smart of me. Very smart. Okay. Let's go back to here. Hey, Breach. Sorry. You were all sneaky cat. But did I say hi to everyone, by the way? Hi, Ms. Malamute. Hi, Mom. Hi, Breach. Hi, D. Yeah. And then hoping that just by being able to be someone that can point people to some of the other resources too. Such as what hard support provides. And hard support has a lot of resources that's a lot of what they do is provide other resources. Provide, like, give people the resources they need and such. Okay, so let's see. We should be on bag whatever the next one is, which is 6. And I forgot about these terrible old directions. We only have 2 bags of this old instruction nonsense. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the older instructions and weren't here for the conversation before, if you look at the instructions, it's a lot harder to see between like dark gray and black. They kind of blend together.
Is also my jam.
Hey Josh, thank you for the resub. And hey Suzanne. Josh, thank you for that sub. How are you? Yeah, I can hang out for the next 1.5 hours. That was really awkward. Like my brain was trying to decide if I say 1.5 or 1.5, and it just failed. It just shut down. So making a decision. Well, I'm glad you can hang out for the next 1 and a 1/2 part of another 1 hour. But yeah, these instructions. First of all, when they started posting these older ones online, you can see they're really pixely. They're not as good quality as the newer ones. I have a feeling that some of these older ones were just scanned, where the new ones they actually bring in from the files they actually used to create them in the first place. So it's probably part of it. But also just the colors are a little more of an issue. And that's all my way of giving myself an excuse when I mess up. Until the next set has brand new shiny instructions and I make the same mistakes. Not the best. I'm sorry. If there's anything you want to talk about. All right. Dumping pieces on the table. Like a person who dumps stuff on a table. This is the trick with this, is figuring out how to fit the pieces, you can see them, and what we're building. Oh, and I just realized I did skip to the very first page of this. Wants us to put 2 of these on, and this is where I keep messing up. Is that if you see down here where it says to put 2 of these on, I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen then. It's these, but in the picture they look a lot darker than that. So I keep looking for black pieces that are actually dark gray. Yeah, yes, as so do I. I understand the way that any 2 people that have the same general. Wow, words are hard. I always try to make a point that like everybody's depression is different, so I want to be careful saying I understand. Like I can empathize, but it's always different for different people. Keep forgetting your chat is all the way over here. What? Did you put the chat on the wrong monitor? Are you typing messages to us in somebody else's channel? Because I've done that before and it's been really awkward when I've been in 2 streams at once and then I sent the wrong message to the wrong person and they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, that wasn't for you. Luckily it wasn't anything personal or anything, partly because it was in another stream. But it was just really embarrassing. Like, yeah, I know where I am. Just letting you all know I'm about to post a trigger warning. All right. Oh, Miss Malmy says, are you getting up from the couch every time you send a chat? All right. So just FYI, Josh says trigger warning for what he's going to share in the chat. So if you need to take a break for a bit or something, then this is your heads up. Your cam makes you face one way and then you have to turn your head to even see chat. It looks like, oh yeah. So it's I actually have chat here and I have chat here, and the chat here is smaller and I only have a few lines, so I look over here when I miss stuff. But for some reason I've just gotten used to looking there most of the time. And the whole point of having it here is so that I'm looking the right direction. Got my depression diagnosis 2 days ago. Not surprised, but good to know, so I can work on it. Yeah, I'm working on that with some other stuff. We've talked about before that to me it seems most likely ADHD, but I want to get an actual diagnosis that's official and not just based on my own personal research as not a doctor. But I actually have an appointment finally to see a psychiatrist for an actual official. I was diagnosed with depression years ago, but this will having information helps, regardless of whether you decide to do medication or anything else. Like, just knowing helps, definitely helps. And then where you go from there. Sorry, I'm hitting the camera there. I tried to reposition this. Let's sorry, I don't know. I just like to do that, not in every stream, but just so people know it's appreciated. But last Saturday I tried to end my life. I OD'd myself. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're still with us. That's, yeah. And Miss Maloney is echoing the sentiment. Yeah, I forgot that I had gotten the Final Fantasy album from them on here too. But yeah, we're definitely glad you're still here. If there is anything I can do to help, anything you want to talk about, obviously, I don't know that anybody here is a professional. But sometimes just talking to people who have either similar things, as in they've dealt with depression, or just people that are, you know, what's the right term? Okay with it isn't what I'm going for, but you know what I mean. There's some people that just like don't, because you don't have to have depression to like to empathize. But I think from the people I know here, from what I know of people here, that there's nobody that's going to like, words is hard. Flyby, hi bye, got a raid train to run. Thanks for stopping in. I'm probably going to try to I may reach out to you at the end of my stream to see who is currently going with the raid train, because I'll probably want to raid over there. But at the moment I don't know how. Actually, you know what? I have the schedule. I can look at the schedule. I'm a big brain. So I'll just do that, and as long as that hasn't changed. Actually, I don't know exactly how to pronounce the schedule in Eastern time is on my About Me page on Twitch. Yeah, I think you gave me the link too, so either way, I should be able to find that if I actually just think things through. I'm not actually exactly sure how to pronounce your username, Princess, but Princess put together a raid train that's raising money it's going to a number of different organizations that are helping with things over in Ukraine. I was invited to join that, and then I just procrastinated, didn't get my stuff in, just distracted by other things. Totally on me. Just Princess is perfectly fine. Okay. So, but I definitely want to support that, so we're probably going to hop over there after this. Well, what was I saying? Yeah, so Josh, know that you are loved here, welcomed here. And if there's anything you want to talk about, you can talk about it. And if you don't, sometimes we need to talk about things, and sometimes we just need people we can hang out with that will understand we're going through something and not ask a bunch of questions. So my way of saying I'm not gonna ask you things unless you want to talk about it. Gotta work during a lurk, we'll be in and out. That's right, you said at the beginning you were gonna lurk and work, and then you've been doing less of each. The depression sucks, I would know. I suffer from it on a daily basis. I met a lot of people on Twitch chat, and I don't know exactly if it's just online communities tend to be attractive to people with depression, because it seems like it's a high rate, or what it is but yeah. But it's definitely been very helpful to me to have people. And it seems like there's a decent number of people in the Lego community that do. After I left GSC, I didn't have a community, and so I'm just trying to find community like that. Yeah, I know you've been doing Lux, right? I almost said Glyph. That's the pastor's his stream name, but I don't know if there's less. They just have less things going on, or I mean, you need to. Sometimes it takes a little time to figure things out, but it's really hard when you lose that community of any sort. Who's found me says just finding small moments of joy, like watching a Lego stream. You did a good thing for yourself. Oh. What is this raid train you speak of? Oh, I think that was before I answered that. I know you deal with a lot, Josh, so I can see how it would get overwhelming. There's this video, maybe 4 to 6 years old by now, about what specifically in Animal Crossing helped someone get through depression. It gave me a sense of why games helped me so much through mine. Would you like me to find a link? Sure. I know you're supposed to be working. Don't want to keep you from work too much, but that would definitely be appreciated. If you can't find it right now, feel free to send it to me later too, but I'm still trying to figure out, that's one of the things I want this community to be about. That's one of the reasons I stream. Not necessarily why I was started to stream in the first place, So I would say that was when I was starting to set up with the plan of streaming. That wasn't part of it, but that had kind of gotten cemented before my first stream. But I still want to do video games, like make video games someday, and like so that's extra interesting for me. Like it would be extra helpful. Let's see. I'm gonna open this. Probably not gonna watch it on stream. And why did it default to Chinese subtitles? That's interesting. Every once in a while, I've seen YouTube do that. It just like randomly picks a language when there's English ones available, and that's what you'd think it would be, whatever you'd chosen last time. Unless you can set defaults for a video, yes, it's possible. But starts out, before watching this video, just a heads up that I will go into details about the topic of mental health. So, okay, mainly depression. So there's a little trigger warning there, but yeah, we'll definitely be checking this out after stream. I don't know how much we want to... We're really going to go work lurk now. All right. Can see you and me collaborating on a game one day. That would be awesome. You can do all the lettering, like all the dialogue. We'll have you hand letter it. It will not take forever. We'll make it an RPG too, just to make sure that there's as much text as possible. This Malamute does really cool calligraphy, so that's it's not the only skill she has, but it's a good one. You got Hebrew today. You got Hebrew today. The Book of Hebrews? A course on learning Hebrew? You downloaded the Hebrew language into your brain? Oh, YouTube subtitles. Sorry. My brain does not like to connect things I'm saying with things in chat sometimes. Oh, so it's just a video randomly had Hebrew subtitles? I wonder what determines that. I wonder if there is anything in a video setting that... But it happens to me on videos like that where it does not seem like that would be like it doesn't seem like the person necessarily speaks the language that the subtitles are defaulting to. Josh says, yeah, I do hang out with them, but they're a bit older than our age and they don't game as much. And I know I have small communities like yours in every stream, but they don't do much, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you got like I eventually hopefully do more with this community. Right now there's not there's not a lot that goes on between streams, like specifically part of this community. One day I'd like to do more, but right now it's these streams, and then like people can post things in Discord, but it's not like constant. And so yeah, I totally understand that. A TED Talk about PTSD, did the speaker seem like Hebrew was I was gonna say their first language or one of their primary? I think that was just one of those random things. It'd be nice if you could just download data like that. Yeah, like ever since watching the Matrix, I always thought that would be, if you could just download knowledge. Now I'm sure there's a lot of reasons that wouldn't be good. Like just knowledge isn't the same if you're just handed it and you don't absorb it over time. I'm sure there would be probably side effects, which would be interesting to explore in some sort of sci-fi. I'm sure somebody has somewhere. But it would be really handy. I would love to be able to read the original scriptures. That would be awesome. Yeah, I would love to be able to download the ability to read and write languages. Mostly read would be more useful for things like that, like obviously, but oh, and yes, hello to you. I do that. I like to have a conversation for like 20 minutes and I realize, wait, I never said but it would also be awesome to be able to speak languages of other people. like modern languages, to be able to share with them, to learn, to be able to just talk to people who may speak English, but it's not their first language, it's not their heart language. It would be amazing. I always thought that's when people ask me what superpower I'd choose, there's always like a couple options I go for, but one of them that always pops into my head is I'd love to be able to just speak, read, write any language, because there's so much use to that, just connecting with people. I love learning things, but sustained fatigue affects my focus and memory pretty severely. That doesn't help. I've tried learning Japanese, and my brain, I think my brain's too old now to learn things. Tried learning some Korean too, because for some reason I guess I decided that if I couldn't figure out one language, let's try another one. Didn't really help. They did a Voyager episode where 7 and 9 did that. It made her paranoid and make up all kinds of theories about what was happening on the ship. There was an amazing lesson on paranoia and how it can spread. That sounds vaguely familiar. Like, I may have seen it when it first aired, but it's been a long time. I know Greek and Hebrew, like, I can kind of read the original Bible. Oh, that's cool. Did you take classes for that, or self-taught? Oh, Lego, how long have we been working on this? So I've only been live for about 30 minutes, but we started it last week, and I can't remember how many hours I was working on it. So this set is... We're on bag 6 of 7. We're a good way through. But depending on the time, if we finish this up, we'll probably open something else. And welcome in. Yes, welcome in, Jenna. I'm not sure how long the last stream was. I know it was longer than I planned on, because right when I was getting ready to end, there was, I think, was it 1 or 2 raids right at the end. I'm like, well, guess we're not over yet. But yeah, Josh, finding that community is just, it's one of those things that feels like it just kind of happens sometimes, and then when it doesn't just kind of happen, that's difficult. It's hard to wait for that, especially when during that time you don't have all the benefits of having community. That's photonic fleas were affecting the ship. I bet you have seen it. I got to see all the newer series up to Enterprise when they first came out. I was pretty young watching Next Gen. I watched through Next Gen, DS9, Voyager. I just don't know if I saw every episode. I know I didn't see every episode when they first aired, but I saw a lot of reruns, so I don't know if I caught them all. Oh no, I'm terrible at teaching myself stuff. I took classes they were required for me to graduate. Okay. Did you go to a seminary, or? I guess I haven't. Like, was it all right? What is it? A Christian school that taught all those as part of it? I don't think I've asked you about this. That's awesome. I wish I didn't feel like I was too old to try learning that now. Once again, we've got these dark gray pieces that I was looking for in black. They're not in black. Oh. Keep swinging around the perspective. So you're going to a Bible college. Okay. That's awesome. Man, I would love to know Greek and Hebrew. Like, I will look at like translinear stuff and read about the Greek and Hebrew, but like don't actually know how to pronounce anything. I don't really like, there's very few words I would remember from one time to another. All right, so here it's demonstrating this feature that we still don't know exactly what it's for yet. But it is working smoothly, and that's what matters at this point. Went to a Christian college, a little different than a Bible college. Strong set pronunciation guides on its words. Does it use like the standard phonetic stuff? Because that's another thing I'd like to learn. Is I never did learn those. So when you're looking like on a dictionary and it shows you how it's pronounced, like the international pronunciation guides, I just, that looks neat. And it shouldn't be that hard to learn, and it definitely seems like something worth knowing, so I should get on that. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to learn. I could perhaps help you with that if you like. That help could be helpful. And Hebrew is 30 times easier than speaking it. Hebrew basically just has an alphabet. It's just not the same characters, right? So it's not, doesn't have the struggles like with Japanese or Chinese, where you're with learning huge numbers of symbols. The Japanese actually has both. I used to know the hiragana and katakana. I used to have those memorized. When I see them, I'm like, oh yeah, those are shapes that are familiar to me. And I'll remember some of them. And sometimes if I sit there and really think, I can figure them out. But Japanese is hiragana, katakana, and kanji are the characters where there's like 2,000 in the like common set of ones, and the hiragana and katakana are both alphabets, so they're a little easier. My mom taught me phonics and how to sound out words as a child. Yeah, and there are some subtle ones. Sound one has to make with Hebrew. Okay, gotta go on to bed. Good night, everyone. Good night, Steve. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great night. Chinese is one of the languages I'm learning. I know that some of the basic characters, but also screw that. English and Cantonese are two of the hardest languages to learn. I'm curious, which is Cantonese versus Mandarin Chinese? What is are there big differences in the difficulty there? Actually, when I spent a summer in Japan. Well, I spent the one summer I was in Japan, I met a guy that was raised in Japan, half Chinese, half Japanese, and he tried to teach me a little bit of Chinese, and the tonation, I was just terrible at the tones. It's like I struggled enough just to remember what I was supposed to be saying, but then to say those things the correct way, if that makes sense, was even harder. So I think by the end I had figured out like 3 greeting phrases, and that's about it, which of course I don't remember now. I'm learning Mandarin, not Cantonese. Probably should be more specific about that too. Mandarin has 4 tones, and Cantonese has more, like 6 or 8. Oh. Okay, yeah, that would definitely make it more difficult. I can't even spell in English right now. Maybe I should go back to learning my first language. Yeah, so okay, those I actually remember. Now the pronunciation, I know I'll get the tones wrong, but yeah, ni hao and ni hao ma. And I know that ni hao like technically, so it's like in Japanese, if you add ka to the end of a sentence, it turns it into a question, and ma is the same, was my understanding. So ni hao is basically like ni hao ma is, which I'm saying wrong, is basically ni hao ma is are you doing well, and ni hao is I'm doing well. But it's one of those things where that's like more of the literal, but that's not like translating as hi and hello is maybe even more accurate to how it's used. The equivalent in Japanese being like genki desu ka, which is are you well? It's like, I think it's technically like are you healthy? But it's like that's literal, but it's more of a general like how are you doing? But it's also one of those, I believe, and don't quote me on this, I learned a little bit and forgot most of it, that like often how we use it in English is when you say how are you, often it's just that's like a colloquial phase, and it's not actually expecting an explanation of how someone's doing, which can be we may have all experienced a time where you actually started telling someone how you were doing and they're like, oh, I was not actually looking for that. It's like, well, yeah, I shouldn't have asked then, because I'm gonna tell you. But I know for me, depending who it is, like if it's somebody I don't know super well, I'll be like, fine, even when it's not true. And that's technically not telling the truth, but also culturally that's kind of common. And I'm not saying that that's good. That's kind of the thing. Like, fine is just a response of a greeting, not necessarily an actual status. Well, good night, Josh. If you need anything, prayer, anything. Actually, you know what? Before you head out, or even if you're heading out right this moment, like if you need to go, then you need to go. But I'm gonna pray. And if anybody else needs any prayer, we'll just do prayer for Josh as he heads out. I feel like the tones are one of the challenges, but it's also an entirely different way of speaking. There's not a lot of direct translation. Yeah. While I'm learning languages, I like to also make sure I'm learning the culture as well. That's important. Not just because, yeah, for multiple reasons. Partly, like, there's so much connection there. Like, sometimes knowing the literal meaning doesn't work unless you actually know what it means in that culture. And Ozzy's asked, how are you going? Yeah, it drives me nuts when people say, how are you, when they don't care. Yeah, it's such a standard thing. But I wish it wasn't. If I'm the trap every time asking a question, I'm going to answer it. Healing for Thummy Scratched Eye from Thursday night. Oh, and I forgot, I did see your message, and I didn't respond to it because I'm a horrible person. But I did see that, and I was praying. And yeah, continued prayer. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pause the music. There we go. And I'm just gonna leave it on here. I'm torn between whether I should go to like the main camera on me so it doesn't have these other distractions, but I also don't want it to be about me either, so I'm just gonna leave it here. So I'm just gonna take off the headset and the hat, even though my hair is gonna be probably weird. God, I just thank you for the ability to bring these things to you, Lord. And I want to start praying specifically for Josh and all those who are dealing with with depression, anxiety, and the various things that manifest from that, Lord. Um, many of us here deal with that in different ways, Lord. And I want to specifically pray for Josh, as we know that he's really struggling right now. Um, and pray for that. And I do want to thank you that he felt like he was able to share here. And I pray that this will just always be a safe community for that, for people being able to share. And that we can help each other that way, Lord. Um, I just pray that you will help him find community, um, as he's searching for new community, and while he's found lots of smaller communities, just not something that's on exactly what just that like ongoing support system and everything, Lord, and just pray that you'll lead him to exactly what he needs, and that he'll just know that there are people who love him and care for him, and that there are people he can reach out to, Lord. And I want to I was signed up for problem called Better Health. I couldn't pay for it, but Lux Church was so nice and paid 1 month worth. That's awesome. Trying to remember if I've heard of that specific one. That is awesome, Lord. Thank you that for Lux Church being generous with paying for that, and just pray that that's just an extremely helpful thing for Josh. Thank you for that provision and making that available for Josh, Lord. And just pray that the month he has of that will just be really fruitful and beneficial. And just that you'll just show him that you love him. I know that as someone with depression who like knows you love me, but also struggles with that sometimes at the same time. Sometimes you can know something in your head and not in your heart, or vice versa, or know it both places, and still there's just this part of you lying to you. Lord, just pray that those lies don't get through. It can be so difficult, Lord. And pray for anyone else here that's struggling with depression of any sort. Pray for your comfort and healing. And I also want to pray for Thummy, Breach's cat, who that you would heal Thummy's eye from that scratch. Because eye injuries are nasty, and obviously cause a lot of not just pain, but it makes all sorts of things difficult when she can't see where she's going, Lord. And I just pray both that you bring healing there, but also that you bring comfort for Breach, because I know that she worries about her cat, as is completely understandable. And just I pray that you will, just bring her comfort in that, Lord. And also I want to pray for a friend who just lost a loved one, and that they've been going through a lot, and this was just another thing they didn't need, Lord. And I just pray that you will help them and show me how to be a better friend to them. Lord, in your name we pray. Amen. Okay. I put the headset back on. I'm like, why can't I hear anything? That's because everything's muted. Putting the headset on doesn't help change that. Or paused. Oh, I missed. How's it going? Realize I need some water. I forgot to put this in the fridge, so it is not cold. Hey, Casey. Well, yes and no. There was prayer already, but there's always second prayer. Like Hobbit meals. We had breakfast, but does he know about second breakfast? So if anyone wants to add anything, we can go right back into prayer again. How did I just managed to flip these? Feel like these pieces. Yeah, the clutch power on these is not very strong, and I don't know. That's just because they're old, or like I wondered before if the set, because I bought it secondhand, it was still sealed, but I wonder if it was stored in conditions or at temperatures that weren't necessarily the best. I don't know if you saw my message about my auntie I haven't seen since 2009 was here. I did not see that message. Oh, yeah, that was. I see it now. It was after I was live and everything went into streamer mode and silenced. I'm in a lot of pain today. If you can please pray my back and colon stuff, and also for the test results for my heart coming up, please. Do you know when you get those results? I'm trying to remember because I think you told me. That's why I'm asking. Is it seems like you actually knew, and I forgot. You see my comment about my Sing chat as a virtual living room while we're all hanging out in? I think I missed that. Let me scroll up. Blurp, 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 blurp. Photonic fleas. Have I scrolled too much? Bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know why those are the sounds I'm making. Subtle sounds. Oh, come on, chat. Bloop, bloop. Wow, and now it suddenly jumped to the very top of chat. Like I was partway scrolled up and it's like, nope, you just want to be up here. Second dinner sounds good right now. I had kind of a small dinner and I didn't have lunch, but I had a largish breakfast-ish. So now I'm confused on how hungry I am. Hey chat, if you could stop scrolling on me? That was weird, it just scrolled once. It's not supposed to do that and it's... Nope, it's doing it again. Oh, nice landing, Miss Malamute. Alright. Oh, I roll... Okay. You know what? I saw the beginning of that message. I remember I started reading that and then I got distracted. Obviously, I didn't read the whole message. I roleplay doing things fairly often, like I imagine streams as us all being in a living room together. So I describe myself doing things that... things in that... Wow, I'm struggling with words. I imagine... So I describe myself doing things in that imaginary living room and interacting with others in the chat as if we're all in that room hanging out. Nice. Appointment is on the 11th or the 14th. I have to check. Okay, that's fine. If you don't have to know. It just like you don't have to go digging for it if it's not convenient. But hey, J-Ron, how'd the rest of your stream go? Oh, I did. I love that because I think of Twitch as a new kind of living room too. Okay. Well, since we just finished a bag, that is good timing. Does anybody else have a prayer request? That they would like added? Of course, it just goes into probably the least. Well, I don't know. I don't know that this is the least prayer appropriate track. There's some other tracks that probably. But like, I usually pause the music anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, it's gonna go right And that, Lord, I also want to pray for Casey and all the health issues he's going through, Lord. I'm just gonna scroll up, make sure I don't miss anything. Oh yes, okay, back. That's what I was missing. Lord, please just bring him healing and comfort for his back and all the things going on with his colon. That stuff has been going on for quite a while, and then he's got the test results coming up for the tests on his heart, Lord. And just prayers for not only that that those results come back, that there's nothing going on, Lord, but just comfort for him over the anxiety of waiting for those results and being unsure what's going to be. I know that he's already seen I think seen all the results, just they haven't been gone over with them, and obviously a lot of those just aren't, you know, like the average person isn't going to be able to read them and really know what's going on. It seems that when they looked at it before, that they, or when he called in, they said that if there had been anything like really urgent or anything, that they would have told him already. So it's kind of a no news is good news, Lord. So I just pray for comfort, and just easing the anxiety there, Lord. That, and just pray that that everything is fine, that anything that's there is just normal. You know that sometimes those things will list things that are maybe slightly abnormal, but they're not actually a concern, and that can be that's just as concerning whenever you see anything that says, well, this isn't normal. But I just pray that the doctors will be able to comfort him with telling him, sharing with him that it's not anything major. We just pray that there's all of it is just normal things, and just pray for healing there, Lord. And just want to pray for Breach's relative, for finances for Breach's relative, that I know she's mentioned before. I can't remember if that was here or somewhere else, but that, Lord, just pray for your provision there, and also for her dad's salvation, Lord. We just pray that he would come to know you and know the peace that can be known through you, and the comfort there, Lord. And then missed. Let's scroll up. Can you pray that my Papa Navi makes a safe journey to the other side, and that my family handled this loss in a good way? What I mean is, I hope none of my family fall into addictions during this grief. My Papa was a very respectable man who was loved by all. Everyone looked up to him. He was a very honorable man. I wish I visited him more. I wanted to learn so much from cultural teachings from him, and to ask him about my mom's birth father, who passed away when she was young. Lord, I just want to pray if those prayers Mist has for you. Also, just pray that I know it's hard when somebody's gone, and we wished we had more time and done more, Lord. And I just pray comfort there, that you wouldn't feel any guilt over not having spent more time with him. There's just no way to know, Lord. And I just pray for that family, and that with all the grief going on, that you protect that family. They've gone through so many things in the last year or so, Lord, and I just pray you would keep them safe, and deal with their grief in healthy ways, Lord, and that you would just bring them comfort, and that yes, just comfort there, Lord. And I want to pray that you have better days, but I wasn't sure if it would be awkward to ask you to pray for you on my behalf. Thank you, Miss. Lord, you know I've been struggling quite a bit myself, and I want to thank you for friends that care enough to care about how I'm doing, Lord. And I just pray that these things I'm going through, that you'll help me bear them and get me through these things, Lord. And I know that there's better things coming, and that there's something's on its way, but I don't know when. And your timing is not our timing, and that's not easy. And I just pray that I will not lose hope in the meantime, Lord, and that I just pray for frustrations I've had with work and these other issues I'm going through, that you know even better than I do, Lord. And, people I care about that have been going through a lot of things that has been weighing on me as well, Lord. I pray for them. Bring healing and comfort and truth and grace to all of them, Lord. And Casey, you would like to pray for another person you met today who's in pain, doesn't know their name, but we know that you know their pain. I mean, know their name. You know both. You know exactly who they are and what they're going through, Lord. Just pray. I don't know if that's physical, mental, emotional pain, whatever pain that is, Lord. We pray for healing there and comfort. So. I have so many things I want to ask the creator of the Lord to help guide us through, but I can tell you about that off stream so I don't blow up your chat. Well, that's fine. I missed either way. Yeah. Well, Lord, thank you. And you know, Mist has all these other prayers, and just want to lift those up to you, Lord, and let her know that she can do the same. And we just bring all these things to you, Lord, and thank you that you're available for us to do that, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen. J. Man says, I finished the display track, extends 11 inches longer than my disc. Oh, we raised $560 if I remember correctly. That's awesome. And that was just during your section of it? Because I think, yeah, that must have just been during your section, because I think, yeah. But I think when I was talking to Princess, it was at like 1200, and that was partway through yours, and so they're at nearly 6,000 now. That's awesome. And Jayron says, iron sharpens iron and one man sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. Yeah. That's the one downside of having a bot that does the verses is that it duplicates it if somebody's already done the whole thing. Not that that's a real downside. It's just yeah. It's good. It's a good proverb there. Let's see. Let's get some music going. I am going to actually skip this track, I think. There we go. I skipped a couple. It's like a little more chill. It feels weird to come right out. Does it do translations too? As in, if you type in a different abbreviation on the end, it's got a set of them. I can't remember what all it has. It doesn't have a huge number of them. One upside of streaming is that it kind of forces me to actually drink water, and I don't drink water very often. Well, that is That's not the verse I meant. I was gonna say that's also only part of a part of a sentence. Well, part of a thought, I should say. Goes and looks it up. Very appreciative of your friendship, Shock. I don't know if you know how much I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Water is good. Water's lame. It just, you know, is kind of necessary for life. All right. Oops. Down to the last bag, and it's only 9:30, so we'll have to figure out what we're building after this. At some point, I need to get back to Zelda. We started Skyward Sword back in the fall, and then Metroid Dread came out, and I had to play that immediately, which I'm glad I did. That was a great game. We gotta get back to that. Are we flying in our little red rocket ship? Hey, Alexander. There's a little black rocket ship. That's the bad guys. It's got red on it. And then there's the little blue ones. Also, the parenting group was mean and made me have my webcam on the whole time. How dare they? Had you not in the past for the previous ones? Actually, I can't remember how many you've done so far. I know at least one. Well, this is one of these big old cannons. Sorry that they were so meaningful and awful. That's meaningful and awful of them. Oh, how meaningful and awful. Oh, that's what these... Okay, these little hooks here. Let's see. Let's get this up where you can actually see it. They're pushing through these actually axle placements. And then we are taking one of these. Why do I keep looking over there when I actually have the breach in this Lego stream? There is a breach. We may have to set off the red alerts. Words are hard. Clarification, water is good for you. How does your bot work? Is it something you created or do you find online? I didn't create it. It is, another streamer built it. It's available, anyone can use it. It's called Chapterverse, which you can tell because it said that. It's not 9:30, it's 12:30. Well, just because you're in the wrong time zone. I think if you actually type in the command join, it will join your channel automatically. I think that's how it works. Aerodynamics of a squid. No, because my brother is always behind me, so it's weird because he's sleeping sometimes or just laying in bed playing games. Tell him to sleep outside. Also, his mess is also behind me. Oh, you need the... Is it Zoom or what? Because I know, like, Zoom or Discord. Wait, what did you... I think you already said. Have you tried turning on the backgrounds where it, like, does the, like, fake background thing behind you? Yeah, Breach saying that, and I'm behind. They had to see him walk around shirtless, and if they felt awkward about that, that's their own fault. And I just haven't bothered trying to figure it out. Is it on Discord or Zoom? Okay. I haven't used Zoom in a long time. I know how to turn it on in Discord. Actually, on Discord, when you turn on your camera, it asks you if you want to use a background. With Zoom, no, that's not true. We used Zoom for a work meeting not that long ago, I think, but it was... it was a all company meeting where, like, we couldn't even, like, we didn't even have the option of turning on our cameras, I don't think. So... And when they have had ones where you could turn on your camera, it's always optional. I never do. If I turn on my camera, then they'll see me playing Pokemon. Shh, don't tell anyone. I did do that the other day. Shh. I was literally playing Arceus in the background. It's one of those where the meeting wasn't really that applicable to me. And... And I could totally focus on that because I wasn't doing anything in the game that required my focus. So. Oh no! Speaking of focus, I just dropped a sticker on the table because I am... Now, so let's make sure we get this sticker cleaned off, because this is a clear sticker. And if we end up with any... like... bits of dust under there, they're there and stuck forever. So what stickers on Lego are annoying, but clear stickers on Lego are vastly worse. I still want to replace the stickers on my Temple of Air Jitsu set, except I waited too long and the price for them is like 25 bucks for a replacement sheet, and it was a fraction of that. Like, it was one of those where I looked and it showed that like a month before it had been way less, and now it was 25 bucks. I got confirmed as a troll then one time I was serious enough to suggest pancake batter in a rice cooker. You might... oh, there is a little place there. You might be... I wonder if you could do that. There's weird things you can do like that. That are supposed to work, but then I would think they'd be a mess to clean. Even if they technically work. You dropped it because you are a pro. Oh, of course. Hey, Bobcat! Sorry, I am stickering, so I'm even more missing chat things. Oh, nope. That was pro streamer tries to fix sticker and makes it worse. Thanks for the bits, Bobcat. Okay. Now, there are ways to possibly fix this, but they are likely to make it far worse. So, don't try this at home, kids. I won't even tell you what I'm doing until you see if it works or not. Okay, that's not perfect, but that may... yeah, that's not gonna be pretty. So, ironically, the place we were trying to fix, no different. Nothing changed there. We just messed up other places. Oh, okay. You can see there's a weird spot there. That's what I don't like about clear stickers, because you get the sticky messed up at all. Like, it's a thin layer of adhesive, and if you mess with it at all, you get weird bubbles and gaps. And how's it going, Bobcat? Thank you again. So what all can one actually make in a rice cooker? Inquiring minds want to know. The only thing I've done in a rice cooker is rice, and then steaming vegetables in the steamer basket top on mine. I do have a pressure cooker that does like a bajillion things, and I have not done that many of them, but I have made eggs. Hard-boiled eggs. Moose host? What? Was there a host? Did I miss a host? Okay, that sticker's gonna be... that's the way that sticker's gonna be. That's literally the way that sticker's gonna be for the rest of eternity. It's a clear sticker. Okay. That's why I usually don't try to fix those things. Sometimes you can, and that time I think the one spot I might have actually made it better, but I didn't. That was the spot I was repairing only after I messed up trying to repair the other spot. I wish I had my little squeegee tool. That helps a little. But I never used a rice cooker. It's quicker and easier to clean a normal pot. I would debate that, but you may have better methods of cleaning than I do. I mean, a rice cooker just has a pot that comes out of the middle that you clean. And to be fair, I'm trying to think how many times I've actually cooked rice in a normal pot. I did have a situation right after I got my rice cooker where one of my roommates at the time made fun of me for having a rice cooker because it was better to just use a regular pot, and then he proceeded to burn the rice in the pot, which was not really an argument against cooking it in a pot. He just don't leave it on the stove forever because he just totally forgot about it. That was so that's one of the things I like about the rice cooker, because I'm super easily distracted. It actually makes it really easy for me because I don't use my stove basically at all. I use things that do turn off when they're done. My toaster oven, my pressure cooker, my no, the pressure cooker doesn't actually turn off. It will depressurize, but you have to be careful because if you leave it long enough, like, the water boils out, and that's bad too. But yeah, I like with the rice cooker that you can just leave it, and you could leave it forever. It's just gonna end up with gross rice that's probably, gone bad, but it won't have burnt. Yeah, but if I'm cooking rice, I'm cooking more than rice, so I'm going to use the pot anyway. So you're cooking other things in the pot with it. I can't say I've ever burnt rice though. How long do you have to leave it to burn? I don't know. I don't know how long he left it because he wasn't like. I got there and the rice was burnt. Oh, this is interesting. This is the center for wheel. It wasn't something he was cooking for everyone or that everyone was participating in, so. I can imagine that I would have burnt the rice if it was me. Usually when I'm making rice, I'm making Japanese curry, and the rice is just, the rice maker just makes rice, and then I'm making the curry. Usually on the stove. I have done it once in the Instant Pot pressure cooker, and that actually turned out really well. And so I will be trying that again at some point. And you get to do a grocery store though, because I'm totally out of ingredients except for the curry mix. Like, okay, something's wrong here because they're showing this, but the spacing is off. Oh, there we go. So what I'm supposed to do here is on these pieces. This is interesting because this is actually a door. These are a trap door piece that hinges here. Instead, they're using this panel, and then we're connecting to this. And I know that we were talking about one thing, and I got totally distracted. This is why I have to use a rice cooker. There we go. There we go. All right, what were we saying? Yeah, I don't know how long you had to leave it. Just for all liquids to boil off. Hey, Rachel. Just the things that turn off when they stop cooking. Rice burns when you don't put enough water in or leave it too long after the water is gone. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't, for all I know is it had been hours. I don't know. But burning down the house is fun. Quick pop in, how's it going? Hi, Mom. We're quite a ways through this build. We got little robots. We're just working on some more, I think more things that go on the wings. I'm still not sure exactly what this opening mechanism is supposed to do. Okay, sleep has got to be a thing I figure out. Probably should be. What flavor Japanese curry? So I used to just take the stock curry. I'm trying to remember what brand. I finally found Vermont curry, which came highly recommended to me. I haven't had a chance to make it yet. But I before I would just make it following the instructions, throwing in some vegetables and chicken, because chicken's what I usually have. But then the instructions I found for this recipe for the Instant Pot was talking about how when they grew up, their mom told them that curry should always be like, basically, you customize it to make it more not homemade, but you know, give it that flavor of home. I don't even know what words I'm saying. But like everybody should be putting in different stuff, and so they listed all these options of things to throw in. So I don't even remember what I threw in last time. But oh, I have stopped working because now my stomach is thinking about third dinner. Yeah, now I want curry. Thanks everyone. I'm only familiar with Indian and Thai curries. Oh, I haven't had that much experience with a huge variety of different Japanese curries. I get the cheap ones usually, but it's interesting. Thai curry, Japanese curry, Indian curry are all so different, and now I kind of want. I would take any curry at this moment. I love curries of all sorts that I have tried. I'm sure there are curries somewhere that I don't like. I just have not met them yet. Now you all made me want curry. Ugh. I did have soup for dinner, but it was not a curry. Okay. Oh, you know what? Before I play the sticker, I am going to be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. And I 100% know I found a glass cleaning cloth. Oh, hello. I'm not falling. You're falling. Oh. Have a dinosaur. I'm gonna use this napkin. That's clean. It's just not a lint-free cloth. Make sure I don't leave. It doesn't leave anything behind. I just want to make sure. I think one of the things that might have happened with that other sticker. I think there's some little things on the plastic itself. Oh, I actually just scratched the plastic. Be careful. Okay, maybe don't use. That might not be the napkin's fault. That might have been my fingernail. So, be careful. Also, place the sticker adhesive side down. That's a tip. Let's grab this. I hear a raid. I hear a raid. A second. Oh, I'll be there. Whoa. Positioning a sticker. Welcome. This is the channel of Shock the Toast, where he positions stickers poorly. Soup isn't food. You should eat a real meal like curry. Soup is food. It's made out of food entirely. My stomach can only handle orange or yellow coconut curry when the place makes it mild anymore, but I've enjoyed green, red, yellow, orange, and brown Indian curry when I was in high school, college age, and beyond. Yes, it depends on the soup. Sapiens! Hey, getting on the list. There we go. Sapiens, thanks for the raid. I'm being a total pro streamer tonight. How was your stream? Sometimes placing a sticker down makes me irrationally nervous. Are you talking about when you place a sticker down or when I place a sticker down, or both? We just had an incident where I tried to fix a sticker and I made it worse. That's my favorite. I think it doesn't look as awful as I thought it was going to. Words are very hard. What were you building? I heard that you shouldn't use tissue on glasses, so maybe the same principle works with napkins. Yeah, you definitely are. Yeah, tissues and napkins shouldn't use on glasses. I shouldn't have pressed. I think what happened there is I kind of pressed through my fingernail through and scratched the plastic underneath. And I think we got lucky because I think where the scratch is right under the white stripe. So I don't think you can actually see it. It also could be that the stickers just mess with refraction and fancy science light stuff. Only when I do. When you do, I have 110% confidence. Well, that's sad, Miss Malamute, because that means you haven't actually paid attention to me putting down stickers. Stream built the new Ferrari 512M Speed Champion set. Ooh. Have you seen the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Horizon Zero Dawn tall neck Lego set? I did. And the funny thing is, the week before, or the stream before, Horizon Zero Dawn had come up, somebody was building a custom set, and we were looking at their some of the other things that person had designed, and one was a tall neck, and I think Breach, that's when Breach was like excited about the tall neck that this person had designed, and that next week they announced an official tall neck set. I'm like, I think I know who's going to be happy about this, but I still need to play the game. And actually, Breach, Miss Malmute's who I mentioned that I had seen play it. I said that I've seen a little bit played, and that was who was playing it, who was streaming it. I still haven't played it for myself, but that Lego set, I will very likely pick up. Like, even if I somehow never ended up playing the game and I still want to, for sure, that set looks amazing. I just love the look of it. Oh, I was starting to look up the set. Let's see. Let's see. If I do set 512, it's going to try to do a set number 512. We do 512M. That's not it. That's not. Wow. Oh, okay. Set Ferrari. I guess we can do Ferrari, but the problem is that I'm thinking there's going to be, yep, literally 40 Ferraris. The car is actually named the 512M. You're saying you're going to stream it? Oh, wait, I just finished the DLC. We'll be starting the new game this week. Wait, then, okay, I guess. Oh. And anybody can actually enter the set command. It is not locked to. Bloop. There we go. So wait, so I thought that the DLC was what was just released. Was there previous DLC and then this was a new game? See, this is how little I know of the game. I thought that. No, that's right. I did know that. That it was an actual sequel and not just DLC. But here we go. That is a cool design. I'm sure there were some really interesting techniques in there. Oh, I love that they're using one of these cockpit pieces. That's I assume comes from Star Wars. I know they've used them in Star Wars. I just can't say for sure that that was the original source. I'm curious to see. Did they show pictures of the actual? I was thinking sometimes on the. Oh yeah, here they show the actual vehicle, but it's very small. That is cool. That is very cool. A friend might come watch, and if so, I don't know. Would it be awkward if a friend is there and I'm chatting with people on Twitch? It might be more awkward for the friend than it would for Twitch. I think chat pretty much just like rolls with anything. Yeah, it's really interesting how the front came together. Yeah, it's a Star Wars cockpit. Thrawn, you said something a minute ago, didn't you? My brain just registered. Oh, you finished? Oh no, we are not done with the set. I don't know why I'm pointing at it like you can see it, because then I don't have it up. My brain just registered that it saw your name previously and hadn't responded. That is... So obviously these pieces are just angled, but they are sitting on some slope pieces here. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm tempted, I might have to pick that up because that's an interesting looking design. And I kind of want to know how it all comes together. I guess the alternative is I go watch your VOD too. Did we get a shout out for Sapiens? I'm not sure. Not sure if we did. It's built inverted. Can I link? Sure. Can show you the actual car. Oh yeah, go ahead. I think, oh, sorry. I forgot that the bot doesn't block links, but Twitch does. So it's one of those where we all saw asterisks. So that doesn't help. Let's fix that. Burp. That doesn't. This is pro Twitch streamer that knows exactly which way to make a slash. Okay, ignore non-pro streamer. If you paste the link now, it will show up. So if you would like to share that link again after you shared it, after I told you that you could, and then it didn't work because I'm a pro streamer. Let's switch over here for a second. So, yeah, so we're not quite done, Thrawn. You'll see there is a pile of parts. We are on the last bag, though. Embrace the derp. I really need to. That's all I have. Good to do. Wait, oh no, that's okay. So when I was looking at this and it said, yeah, so this is ads for completely other things. When is this? Okay, so the photo was updated in 2012. That's not the question. When was this vehicle built? What year is this vehicle? That's the word. 1970s. Okay, let's see from the photo. That does look like a bit of an older. Oops, never mind. That's not the next photo of the same vehicle. That's the next vehicle in sequence. Oh, cool. That's cool. If you click the image, it pops up a message that tells you the URL. I think they're trying to keep you from like copying, and that's their little thing. I was just trying to see if it would zoom in. Oh, that is cool. That it looks vaguely familiar. Like, I wonder. There was would that have been when my dad was still collecting Hot Wheels? I'm curious if that's one that might have been in a Hot Wheel. This is my car knowledge. Oh, I'll be around lurking, catching up on YouTube again. Well, thanks for the lurk, Thrawn. It looks a lot like the Porsche 917K from around the same time. That could also be what I'm thinking of, because I am not a huge car person. I don't know the things. This is a cool looking car. Yeah, I didn't know how often when they build or when they do these Lego or rewind with the current Speed Champions, how often are they older vehicles? Because it seems like a lot of them they seem to be recent ones. I know that they did the set that had the Mini Cooper. It came with two Mini Coopers. Like, it came with like a modern one and then an old school. I wanted that set for the old school Mini Cooper, and I didn't end up getting it, and I'm a little sad. I'm just curious, how often do they throw this in there? But yes, there was also a Hot Wheels version. Well, I'm sure there was the Hot Wheels version. The question is whether I saw it. Good evening, Jack the Toast. May grace and peace be multiplied to you in the knowledge of God and of Jesus, of Christ Jesus, as you shock your toaster in your bathtub by the grace of God to the glory of God. Hi, epitome. Can you ever catch up on YouTube? Yeah, Thrawn, are you watching the entirety of YouTube? Because that's impressive if you're completely caught up on all of YouTube. Epitome. I always want to say it both ways, and then I tried to save them both at the same time. Yeah, I built that set. They did the old school mini and the custom built Dakar rally version. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, I wanted. Man, I was gonna. I just kept waiting for that for a sale, and I was gonna pick that one up, and it was one of those that's like suddenly. Oh wait, it's retired now. Good job, Toast. Oh, hey, saying things right. Because I'm a professional. Varies, but I feel like they usually do classics less than they do more modern cars. You can call me whatever you want. Yeah, but if I'm calling you multiple things simultaneously, that's when it becomes tricky. Okay. Where are these sliders? Here we go. You can shock my name. What was the... Oh, there was also the Challenger they did. That I feel like that though that was a older. Didn't they do an older Challenger? That's the one because I think that's the one that I didn't get the Speed Champions one, but when they did the one Ghost Rider car, I feel like they basically just took that design like almost straight across and added some flames on it. It definitely had a similar looking construction, which, to be fair, was a great design, so it's understandable. But this wave, we have an 80s Lamborghini, a 70s Ferrari, and a 2020 Lotus. Interesting. That's something I haven't really followed is the new Speed Champions that came out. Now I need to look them up. See what we got. Speed Champions is one of those lines that I've kind of avoided, even though I love some of the designs, but just because it's more things and I already have enough things on my wish list. But every once in a while there's designs in there where I'm like, nah, I gotta pick that up. Yeah, they have done a 1960s Ford GT40, a Challenger muscle car, 60s Shelby Mustang. Do you remember? Did you see the Ghost Rider one they did? Not the like. How many Ghost Riders have they done now? They did the Ghost Rider motorcycle way back. Well, way back a few years ago, and then like last year, I want to say last year they did the car, and that was the Robbie right version. Robbie Reyes, is that right? I'm not familiar with Ghost Rider. Yeah, definitely challenging that set. Yeah, it really looked like, and it came out not that long after the Speed Champion, and I feel like they just repurposed it, and I also don't feel like I have a problem with that. Like, I prefer that than a lot of vehicles that come in a. Well, this is not connected down properly. See how that is. Whoa, that's not flush. That's falling on the ground. It's okay. It was just Unikitty's head. Nothing important. Just Unikitty's head. And then this came off of somewhere. That might just come off the table. Now I see it. Okay, so what I have to figure out. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out if it's these pieces or if it's the piece it hooks onto, but one of those, the clutch power is gone. I am totally messing things up, but it's fine. Nobody's noticing. It's okay. I'll just pretend no one's here. Agents of Shield version or comic version for the set? It was, I think, based on the comic version, but they also often take some liberties where it ends up being kind of like the Lego version. But yeah, it was not exactly Agents of Shield. But yeah, it was. So the previous one they'd done was, and I'm blanking the name, Johnny. Why am I blanking? So they had done a motorcycle with that version of Ghost Rider, and then they did Robbie. But yeah, that Johnny Blaze, thank you. Oh, what I was starting to say is so often in the comic book sets, the vehicles just, well, half the time they just add a vehicle because they need something, even when that character doesn't make sense to have a vehicle. With Ghost Rider, obviously Ghost Rider does, like, canonically, like, that's a part of that's part of the character, so that makes sense. But to take a design that already was good, like, that's way better than them coming out with a new design and it not being good. That was my deep philosophical ponderings. Yes, things that are good are better than things that are not as good. I kind of expected Ghost Rider to come back later. More. This is still not sitting flush, and I'm not sure if I just need to tweak this or if there's just something totally wrong to the point where I need to rebuild something. Of course we're getting another raid in the middle of me borking things. There we go. Well, maybe Noah brought me good luck because that piece just went together. It says as he breaks a wing. The irony of breaking a wing off the ship when Goosetown arrives is not lost on me. Noah! Thank you for that raid. Hello, Innos? And the main squish and Animal Crossing Alley. And of course, Goosetown. I will be reattaching this, don't worry. All is not lost, or at least all is not lost permanently. All is lost.
No way. This is my
Temporarily.
jam.
This is also my jam.
Ms. Thank you for gifting a sub to Noah. How was your stream? Also, welcome back, because I actually saw when you went live with your first stream back, and I let Miss know, and then I was busy and I was going to come after, and I ended up not being unbusy until your stream was over. So I've missed. I know you've streamed, well, obviously multiple times, because this is not the same day. I guess it could have been a really long stream and I just thought you were offline. But yeah, I'm hoping soon to actually catch one of your streams again. It's good to have you back. How was the stream? Playing Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. I know I've heard of the game. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I saw somebody playing it. Is that one you played previously? Or is this, would I have seen somebody else playing that? I did also maybe kind of break a piece off the front of the ship. But we won't talk about that. We'll just pretend it's not supposed to be there. Oy. It's like the beak of the ship. Both probably it's the rebrand of Harvest. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize. So is it basically the same developers? Like, did they rename it because there was, like, they had to for some sort of like a name rights thing, or is it like the spiritual successor? Is it one of those where it's like the same devs but at a different company, so they don't technically have the rights, so they use a different name, but it's Harvest Moon. Exactly the same devs, but they lost the IP for legal stuff. That's always lame. The other lame part is when somebody else with the IP then continues it, and it's not good. That is a series where losing the name isn't the end of the world, except for the name recognition part. Like, obviously there are people that, especially if they don't follow it closely, that would be like, oh, I grew up playing Harvest Moon, and they would see a new Harvest Moon in the store, and they might just buy it for nostalgia, where they're gonna lose out on that sale when they don't recognize the name. So that's a downside. But the fact that it's not a connected story, unless I've missed something. At least it's not quite the end of the world. Took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I accidentally bought one for nostalgia, and it was you were disappy, which is, you know, just not happy, dishappy. You don't talk about that piece. Why am I having such trouble with these? Okay, so they are still making Harvest Moon games. They're still making Harvest Moon games. It's just not the same team. So it's not. Yeah. What other? I'm trying to think. There's another franchise that happened with, and it's I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm sure it's happened more than a couple times, but there was one that's like specifically in the back of my brain. So for a second there, Sapiens, I just thought you were saying hello. I'm like, hello again. Made me think of that scene from Lego Movie 2, where it's like, well, we've been talking for a while, and that's kind of weird, but hello. And then I realized, Halo, yeah, that's hello. Maybe I don't know how late it will be by the time we finish this. I was gonna say I've got some Lego Movie 2 sets. Maybe that's what we should move to. Continue. Okay. Thought Sapiens was saying hello to Goosetown. Yeah, that was actually kind of my thought. But I'm like, Sapiens usually doesn't say hello. Halo. Like, that's just... Okay. So, put this on here. I had forgotten I'd heard that happened with Halo, but I haven't actually been keeping up with Halo that well, so... And now Microsoft doesn't even own Bungie anymore, right? Isn't that what I heard? Probably like literally the only person here that's behind on this news. I'm trying to remember. I mean, it was a little bit ago, but that I'd heard that I'm like, oh, which surprised me. Sony does now. That really surprised me that they would. But I don't know any of the story in between of why. Just didn't seem like Microsoft would want to sell to Sony and other companies, but I'm sure there's a lot more to the story. Yeah, it's complicated. Makes sense. It's one of those things I should probably just go look up, because that's not a let me give you a summary. That's you need to read the you need to watch a 3-hour video somebody put together on YouTube explaining it. It wouldn't be the first time that I did. There's been so many times I've watched long videos on YouTube about something I knew nothing about. Like whatever happened to this person? I'm like, I don't know who that person is, but now I have to know what happened to them. Like, how they ruined this game franchise? Never even knew that game franchise existed. But I am now upset. How dare they? But the video essays hit different, yeah. Just absolutely get into YouTube spirals that way. For sure. Sometimes it's just something pops up that's completely unrelated to anything I know. Sometimes something pops up that's related to something I know, watch that, and then it's like, well, they have all these other videos that are on things I know nothing about. But either way, I end up on things that I have no clue about. But I am invested. I now have opinions on franchises I've never watched. Bungie rather, but the end result was they lost the Halo IP to Microsoft in the process. Oh, wait. Halo bought themselves back from Microsoft a few years back. Bungie rather, but the end result was that they lost the Halo IP to Microsoft in the process. Okay, so Bungie basically split off from Microsoft, but at the cost of Halo, which makes sense that Microsoft wasn't going to let that go, because that's basically like, yeah, as long as that franchise still has monetary value. Man, that's got to be hard, because that's Bungie. I know Bungie has not just made Halo, but that is it's their baby. That was what put them on the map, and that'd be hard for me to let go of. Why did they have to put these stickers just completely? Whoops. This is why this method is needed. Like, instead of putting a triangular sticker that you put on this triangle piece, it's just a completely isolated shape. And so now I have to try to get it in the right position without great reference photos to what position it should be in, because these angle down slightly. I think the most important thing is getting that angle of that planet logo correct. And then from there, I think it's about consistency, making sure that it's positioned about the same on all of the tail fins. Feels like it needs to go up slightly. Does that feel about right? I feel like that feels right. Okay. Yeah, but Destiny certainly softened the blow. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, there's one YouTube channel I love for that kind of content. Yeah. What channel is that? Put ad, I now have opinions on franchises I've never watched. So true. It's not the best use of time, but yeah. Also I am always multitasking, not necessarily well. But usually if I'm watching one of those, it's at the same time as I'm playing a game or something. And so I need something. I have something in the background that I don't have to focus. Oh, come on. You can't just stick down when I didn't press you down. Seriously. Because you are not in the right position. And I don't want to mess you up. It's actually only slightly off, and I'm probably gonna make it worse trying to fix it. Okay. Um. Is that right? I think that's about right. I think that's as close as we're getting. Okay. Oh, my bad. Actually, I meant to actually say the channel after that. I'm so exhausted right now. I think I forgot I was talking. Oh, maybe you should get some rest. But I mean, if you're not gonna sleep, this is a good place to be. Hey, G Funk. I don't know. I can't feel it through the monitor, but it looks about right. We will sense it. Reach out with their stickery brain. Don't even know. Now the other issues, the other side, I have less reference to what angle that should or how that should sit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take. We need a plate of some sort, and by plate I don't mean like dinner plate. How dare you? You make such a terrible joke. We're going to use one of these terrible dollar store plates that is good for things like this, not for actually important things. The reason I bought them was basically just to have a weight, something to mount a bunch of minifigs on. Okay. They look perfect. I feel like I'm looking at one of those. What different between these two pictures? Puzzles. Today I found out, and their sister channels covers some really interesting questions I never thought to ask, but once you see the question, you're invested in finding out your answer. And that is a sign of a good YouTube channel. There are ones that I've watched more content on than proportionally for my interest in the topic, but their personalities are so great and they just do such a good job that you just want to watch their content. Or watch their content on things that are unrelated to the things you started watching them for. Okay. How do you fit this? Okay. You have to put it like way back here? Like that has to be lower than the other. I should have done this side first because it looks like it's gonna have to be really fudged to fit. And then I should have aligned the other one to it. Because the sticker basically just barely fits. Oh my goodness, what are they doing to me? Maybe I just need to rotate it more. And then, this is like the worst puzzle game ever. Like, Tetris terrible sticker pack. And this sticker I might have somehow pushed down to the point. One of the problems I have is I think the sticker is sticking off the edge, which means it will eventually collect dust and dirt and it will peel, whether I do something with it now or not. So I kind of want to fix it now, but I'm afraid that it's too late now. Okay. I think that's just the way it's going to be. I think we're going to go with the fact that, fortunately, you don't see the two sides at the same time. Hi, Mom. I've been in and out of consciousness all day. I don't think lack of sleep is a problem this time. Oh. Yeah. Being sick just drains you in many ways. Okay, let's see. You know what? Actually, where I was thinking about repositioning it, I don't think that's going to work either. So I just think I really wish that for this set they had done these stickers better. Like they had done them shaped to the shape that they go on. So you didn't have to guess orientation of them. The upside to the way they did them is if you didn't put them on the set, you would have some, and that might be part of what they went with, is so that they just, these stickers are great classic space stickers that could go all sorts of places. Yeah. But I'm not, I wish I put those stickers down lower, even though I feel like this is closer to where they are in the picture. On this side, they're definitely lower. But is how it's going to be. The trick is to not freak out. Yeah. And now I'm trying to reattach. Okay, reattaching that part. Actually, my doctor changed up my nutrition supplement to one that's exacerbating my ulcers and my digestive system while simultaneously crashing my energy out every time I drink it. That sounds less than optimal. Did this just start happening? Is it, I'm assuming that you've, well, I don't know if you've been able to contact them, if it just started happening over the weekend. Hopefully they're able to adjust that soon, because that does not sound pleasant. It's hard to discipline the you out of your child. Destiny's boyfriend was complaining today that Destiny doesn't ask for help and it annoys him. I said, she gets that from me. I never asked for help. And then she looked at me, then maybe you should have asked for help more. Well, she has a point. So I'm exhausted from having a ton of extra damage to heal, the associated anxiety response from the intense discomfort and pain. Plus, I don't have the base energy required to actually rest, let alone rest and heal. I'm going to call my dietitian and get my other supplement back sometime. Sometime? You should probably do that soonish, because that sounds awful. And it makes me sad. Hey, Maple. Guess what today is? Today is... Oh, today's... Wait, that was today. Today was Saturday. Today's Bailey's birthday, or is it tomorrow? It's today. You didn't remind me. I blame you for not telling me things. That doesn't, telling me things yesterday means nothing. Yesterday was a work day for one thing, and as soon as the workday ends, everything is erased prior to that point in time. Everything. It's gone. This little piece of sticker is sticking up here, and sticker is not supposed to stand. Oh, and I just caught it. I tried to push it over, and part of me wants to trim it, but I know that's gonna make it worse. You told me something that happened. You didn't tell me about your day. No. You just said that, and I responded, and then nothing. Thanks for the resub, Maple. Now I have a surprise toaster as my sub badge. It is a bit surprised. Ow! I am also surprised because I stepped on a splinter from the flooring. I need to get that new flooring in here. Anybody want to come over and put in new flooring? Also, if anybody would like to help me pick out new flooring and also buy it for me. And then install it, that'd be great. just, you know, all in one. Are you wearing socks or slippers? I'm wearing socks. Wait, why? My slippers are downstairs. I've got socks on. They're basically slippers, but thinner. It's a standard medical nutritional supplement. Since I can't eat food, it's not the supplement's fault. I just react badly to one of the components in the same way I react to food. Well, that's like defeats the purpose of it. Is it because the previous supplement, I assume there was problems with the previous one, and or did they just think it was going to help improve other things? Sometimes I plan to message you and tell you stuff, and then I get distracted and think that I already did the thing I was planning to. I do that from time to time, like all the time. And thank you for the shout out for Casey. I do that at work with work emails that I find in my drafts. And then I find the then I find them like way later when it doesn't matter because like that project is over. I need to delete drafts, but I'm so bad at it. I have drafts in my my email from years ago, like in regards to things that aren't even applicable, as in like there's an issue with the system and we should address it at some point, except that system no longer exists, so it's no longer an issue. Therefore I could just delete that email, but then I just like, but it could be important. I think I finally did delete some that had to do with a coworker who no longer even no longer even works for the company, and a project that they built that is no longer in use. Like, and like, there's an issue with this with the system, but it literally doesn't matter now. There's no way in which it matters at all because the system has been replaced for various other reasons. Why is this chat not scrolling? There was no problem with the previous one. It was perfect and I still have enough for a week. I just wanted to try the new one because it's more convenient. Oh, and I was hoping my body would adjust. It didn't, and now I can't even make it to the kitchen to get the old supplement. Oh, that's... Maple, can you go get the supplement for... Maple's are also in New Zealand, and so you've got to be like, you know, you're probably like, you got to be in walking distance. It's New Zealand. It gets more confusing when you have a dream that you replied to someone and wake up and thought you told someone the thing, but when you mention it in passing, they have no idea what you're talking about. Don't think I've done that. Thanks for the lurk, Mom. I think I might have already said that. Today I had the parenting class, and then I had to decorate, then get Bailey and myself ready, and then we had the parade. Only 6 cars drove by, such a sad parade, but at least there were cars. Aw. After that, Bailey opened gift with her dad, and we had cupcakes. Well, I didn't. I was busy with Bailey. Aw. And then Andrew left. He only stayed like maybe 20 minutes. He said, it sounds extreme, but it's okay. I just need to not have any sustenance for a day or two. Then my energy will come back. Yes, I know I do things the wrong way around, but trust me. And then I can start back on the old supplement. And after a few days, I'll have the energy to make the call. To secure my ongoing supply. Okay. Have you considered the possibility that you are perhaps a vampire? Maybe that's the issue. That's why you can't consume like regular human food. You might. Hey, Brick Plate Styles. I'm always here to help with the extremely helpfulness. The problem I have with this set is all the transparent stickers or the clear back stickers that I have done wonkiness in a few places, but the set itself, it's basically confirmed the only food that doesn't make me sick is meat. But it's like meat, not just like blood. Okay, I have 2 extras of these. Thank you for that follow. I don't know where my alerts are, so please alerts. Or I mean my activity feed. Frugies, is that how you say it, Frugies? Thank you for the follow. Oh, and thank you, the main squish, for the follow. I missed that alert. I'm sorry. Yeah, it wasn't the alert. You didn't finish reading all my things? What? I read all the things before they disappeared. Oh, that just disappeared. See, if you guys didn't, it would slow down your typing. That message was completely gone by the time I finished D's message, and then it just all scrolled. Then we brought some of Bailey's stuff inside and cleaned a little. Then we had to get ready for dinner with my work friend. Then when we got home, Bailey opened her gift from him, and then she went to bed. There, I read all the things. Now I'm done reading your things. Thank you for the info on the bot. I need to go hit the bed. Hello, PBT. Oh, BPD, Bricks Blade Styles. Okay. Good night, J-Ron. I heard about someone else having a similar thing going on where they could only eat meat. Are you sure it wasn't D? Are you sure it wasn't just me, D? Yeah, I'm sure that's not a condition that only one person in the world has. Like if I accidentally eat those, I will collapse, paralyzed in pain. Oh, I missed that. Oh, the only food that doesn't... Oh, garlic literally burns me. Only onion is worse. Oh, well, I didn't realize that my joke was gonna hit so close to home. My skin burns so fast in the sun, the sunlight literally makes my skin tingle. Is that... So, I know there's actually, like... I'd heard there was a condition that they thought, like, was likely... This was started, like, Legends of Vampires and stuff. So... I just had never known anybody with it. Hey, Enigma Gal. Pops out of the toaster, flips in the air, waves gracefully while screaming hello to the chat before gracefully falling into the abyss. Is that a kitty unicorn in the driver's seat? It is indeed. Which API do you use for your set command? It's let me look really fast. Nope, I did not mean to open you. Software. Go away, Slack. Why is my... Yeah, go away, work software. Okay, I want to say it's rebrickable. Yeah, it's the rebrickable API. Thanks for popping by. Just me says, I have a couple things, but the one that affects my foods the most is my inability to properly digest certain sugars, which are present in almost all fruits and vegetables and other things. Okay. No, there's literally theory that I am vampiric alien from another dimension. It's the only thing that explains everything. No, that makes sense. How many raids have we had today? Launch ground control. 3. Well, if ground control would load up. Okay, 1, 2. I guess it's just the 2. For some reason. Wait. 4. I don't know where you're getting... Are you sure you're not looking at raids and hosts? Because it shows Sapience and Goosetown both raiding and hosting. It like... Stream Elements will list them both. The only thing I see... Also, I didn't miss your message. Hi, neighbor. Hey, is it Nachi Talks 88? Welcome in. Okay, so this is mostly done. The fact that I have one extra spare makes me a little nervous. Oh, here, never mind. See it right here. The only thing that's missing is the nose cone that I bumped off. We need to figure out where these where are these missile launchers? Oh, right here. Always, you know, load them so you can accidentally shoot yourself in the eye. Oh, I see, Maple. Ha ha ha, I miscounted. Ha ha ha. Don't make me ban you. Ban! Ban! Thanks for the raid, Maple. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly look for this nose cone. Well, I mean, I didn't actually expect it to be that quick, but here we go. So, here we got Benny's spaceship. We have Benny in the cockpit, Lucy / Wildstyle. Can we fit him in there with, yeah, the way these seats are built? I think he might actually be able to sit in there with the piece of resistance. I am not sure. Yeah, there he goes. And that's in his gum wrapper robot disguise. Here we have, this is what you were asking about, Maple, is Space Unikitty. With the little logo over here. Did I actually do that right way around? It seems like this should be... Oh, you know what? They totally do like a My Little Pony type thing by putting the symbol back on her rear end. Let me look at the box. Yep, that's where it's supposed to go. I was thinking maybe I should go reverse around here so it's closer to being on the chest. But that's that's amazing. So yeah, it's Space Unikitty. I love that they gave her a little spot that she just fits in like that. In here, we've got these little helper robots, which are very classic. The same kind of builds you would actually see in classic space sets. With basically the same parts, except that I don't believe the cheese slope pieces were around until much later. So they would have just had like flat or circle pieces. These ones are not holding well. Oh, is the fundraiser still there? I forgot the command was still there. Thank you for that. My brain, like, I've just totally forgotten that I still have that set up and to actually say things. Then I was reading your about section. Huh. Miss just was curious what kind of streamer this was. These things on the side pop off. And these are separate little vehicles. And if we want somebody to ride in one of those, it actually flips open like this. And this is sort of a little sight for them. So you can fight the evil, like, the one bad guy that comes with the set. And I did find out what this clip was back here. After stream, I realized that's a place for his gun. After I was complaining there was no place to store his gun. That's what I get for complaining. And so this is the part we were wondering about before. It looks like what this does when you push in, the wings pop out. It pops out these I want to call them missiles, but yeah, they're these big rubber tipped missile pieces, which hide back behind here. That's a nice little feature that doesn't take away aesthetically, which is always nice. Sometimes they, like, some of these can look a little weird, especially when you have this laser coming out the back. I like it better on some of the Star Wars ones where they end up hiding this inside and there's another mechanism to launch it. But I don't think it actually looks too bad on there. And these, if we were to fire them, you would push on these yellow pieces here. Let's see, that's a nice... There's a reason that in the instructions it tells you not to poke people's eyes out. But you could totally take out an enemy minifig. Like, this is the heavy duty weapons. The Technic launchers. Oh, they are? Yeah, that's right, they are Technic ones. It's interesting that on here they connected them. I don't know if you saw this. Yeah, no, I don't think you were here when we were connecting them. They're using these hook pieces to connect onto there. It's not actually connected with any Technic. That was interesting, and they hold perfectly fine. Probably partly because, well, yeah, I think you could even spin it upside down, and those would be fine. I think upside down you're gonna have other issues, especially if the robots were still in there. They'd probably flip out. So let's see. There we go. I accidentally took out Unikitty back here too. Here's a party Unikitty just for comparison. Actually, that was something that I brought up last time, just as a demonstration of, oh man, these clear stickers I applied last time, they still got so many bubbles under there, and these aren't ones I repositioned. I don't know why these stickers, I think the glue might have gotten old and brittle, like the way it was stored. You build the spaceship by your own, or is it a model from Lego? It's an official set. Yeah, this is not something I designed. It's an official set that was a few years back. It was when the first Lego movie came out. So it is inspired by some of the old classic space 70s and 80s space sets. One in particular that it's actually sort of a update remake of. Where is this? There we go. Haha. I think we still have the there we go. So I like how these little fighters stick on the end of the wings, and they actually look pretty good on there. I think for the most part, I think the stickers may have not done the greatest the way the set was stored, and I think these were also a victim of it. I may replace those pieces. I don't know how much it is to replace the sticker sheets. If I was going to do that, I'd also have to remove the stickers. But we'll see if there even ends up being an issue. But oh, what I was showing, the reason I had this one out last time is when they first did Unikitty, they just connected her head at a Lego stud like this, and her head has a tendency to fall off. It just does. It's not a very strong connection. Later designs, weirdly, in Lego Movie 2, some of the Unikitties use this design and some use this design. And I'm not sure why that is, if they redesigned it partway through, but some of the sets were approved. But they used this piece has been around, but they created this piece for the bottom of Unikitty's head. And with that, it's much more secure. Only sad thing about this is you can see this slightly light pink part of her face here is supposed to be that same color of white. It's supposed to blend in, but the printing on the pink is just not thick enough. Now on this one, they did a really good job. I'm actually very impressed because this was printed on blue, and we could have had a mess there, but that is a gorgeous printing job. Like that white, you can see it's slightly tinted blue, and actually if you put it right by this other piece, you would notice it. And so it may partly just be the design that it is isolated like that. But man, that white is still a lot whiter than the pink on here. So, all right. Let's see, it's 10:50. We have finished the set. We could definitely start something else, but it can't. Well, either it can't be too big, or it will. We just won't finish it tonight. Because I don't want to stay up too super late. But I've got at least another hour. Ooh, I could build that, but that's gonna take probably a couple hours. Let's see. Check in. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yes. Yeah, I love the Game Chops music. They're all like remixed. They're not remixes really. Yeah. They're awesome. Okay. Let's see. There are some brickheads I've got. Wait, what just... I'm trying to remember what... Was there another brickhead downstairs? I feel like there was another one downstairs and I can't remember what. I've got a number of the pets ones. I also have a Shang-Chi set. It's 400 pieces. It might take a couple hours. But I've been wanting to build that. It's the... let me do a quick run downstairs and see if I'm imagining that other brickhead set, and then I'll give you guys some options. And they're considering the sounds of crashing boxes. All right. Well, I Jay, thank you for the raid, Jay. Hey, Tim's tips. All right. So
No
these were
way.
the
This is my jam.
brickhead
Also my
options.
jam.
Hello, Jay. Beatbox lightning. Hey, Otwan. Hey, Zeph. So we have a number of pets brickheads. There's a variety. So we could build one of those. We finished the main build, and but the night is still young. The fishy brick heads, I was tempted to buy it. It's a fishy and bricky. And the kitties, Stone Cold Dime, and the fish look cute. Hey,
Oh, you feel it in your jellies, don't you?
hey, JG, and thank you for the follow. I'm pulling up my alert so I can see. JG, thank you for the follow.
Oh, you feel
What are you
it,
doing here?
in your jellies,
What is Jade Live? What are the chances? Oh, thank you. I followed the instructions and only ruined some of the stickers. I've been wanting to build this set for a long time. This came out with the first Lego movie. I got it like last year, I think. Really good deal on it. It wasn't opened. The stickers, I don't think had been stored in the best conditions, and so the stickers were kind of degrading. So we got those brickheads. The other options would be Shang-Chi Battle at the Ancient Village, and then the Black Panther Dragon Flyer. So now the trick is that's way too many options for a poll. I know Mist voted for Shang-Chi, Zeph voted for the kitties. I think Mabel voted for fish. She was very excited about them. And now Zeph's voting for Black Panther. So that's what happens when I keep giving more options. So I thought you came with the raid. Sorry for the confusion. Thought I came with the raid? What? I'm so confused. Because kitties. so kitties and Black Panther. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, because Black Panther. Yeah. I get it. My brain.
No way. This
My
is my
brain
jam.
just registered.
Also my jam.
JG, thank you for that sub. Thank you so much. This is also my jam. All right. Do we? Oh, Otwan. Yes, Jade came from the Jade raid. Can you what? No. I don't know what you're asking about, but probably no. I'm gonna put this raptor on here, even though it doesn't go on there, because I can. How do we want to do the poll? Let's see. Mist, how do you have those lying around? Thank you, Mist. Well, how can I do a poll while you're doing the hype train? I know you can do both, but the UI gets like weird. So I think we should. Let's see. Popular options seem to be not that. Where's the fish? Where's the fish? It seemed like these were the ones that had the most interest. Well, assuming that Zeph switched her vote for the Black Panther one, which I think she did. So maybe we could do a poll on these three. If anybody really wants one of the others, let me know before I do the poll. Thank you for the sub, Faith. And
No
thank you for the
way.
bits,
This is my
JG.
jam.
This is also
The
my
Panther
jam.
is mewing for me to feed him. Because somebody had sound redeemed, so I bought biddies and forgot they were sitting there. Oh, should have saved yourself. Oh, it's true. Can I like retroactively give you hype train rewards? I know I can. I'm gonna do a really quick poll, and then I'm just gonna do what shall we build if? And it's fishes, dragon, or dragon flyer. Yeah, we'll do just fishes, Shang-Chi, or Black Panther. And then start the poll, and let's go do a quick one. Let's do a 2-minute. Even though it may be hard to see the poll, but the hype train going on, but I'm not complaining about it too much. French toast. I think this belongs to you. Somehow I missed your sub message. I saw you subbed and I actually missed the message. My hip is making a grandy sound and it's grossing me out. Well, ew. Why? Maybe you should like take it off and you know, clean it out and put it back on. Why are tall necks not on here? Because I don't own that set yet. Also, this is just to finish out the stream, so it's smaller sets. Your spine does that all the time. D says, I feel myself fading out again. Time to make a graceful exit. Have a great rest of your night. Stay awesome. Have a great night, D. Thank you for being here. Hopefully, things get better with that supplement soon, and you can actually, you know, get back on the other and not feel awful. Because the release day is May 22nd. That's a very good reason.
Feel it in your jellies, don't you?
And thank you for the follow, Tim's tips. Yeah, I generally don't get sets before they're released. Now I do know people who do. Yep, maybe Mom, you are very helpful. All right, so, looks like the poll is about to end. Ooh, it looks like Black Panther, unless in the last second somebody votes 3 or 4 times for one of the others. Okay. That's actually the set, one of those I picked the most recently. I picked up all the Pets Brickheads, except then I missed some of them because for some reason, a couple of the Pets Brickheads that came out with last year retired that year, where ones from the previous year are still out. I don't understand. But I'm sad because I missed the hamsters, and the hamsters kind of adorable. So this set I'm excited for because I bought one of the Infinity War sets. Yeah, Infinity War sets for Shuri. And the Shuri in that set was not good. First of all, they just used a hair piece that they already had and it just didn't work for her hair. And then the design of her wasn't that exciting. The hair piece was the biggest disappointment, I think. The biggest reason it didn't look like her. Now this is based on her appearance. Yeah, that was more like her, not civilian clothes, but yeah, this is her in I think Endgame was when she was wearing this. Have you played Forbidden West yet? I'm still on the first one. I need to play those because I've heard great things, and I've watched Miss Malamute play, and it was really good. What the little I saw of it. Wait 20 seconds, that's too long. Hey Dimitri, welcome. Lego spoiler. But so we have Black Panther, Shuri, and the Chitauri. Black Panther, I'm trying to remember. I think I had one. I think this is an updated design too. Like, I think this is a better design. I'm trying to remember. Or is the one I have? No, I think I have a Black Panther that's not lit up. So, the first versions of Black Panther they did for the Black Panther movie, they had two versions of a suit. One was just black, and one had the lighting on it, but the lighting was in blue. And I believe the reason for that is supposedly originally they were going to do blue and they changed it to purple like during production of the movie, but Lego already had it finished. Oh, and Hype Train, thank you. Maybe Shock the Toast can plan a tall next stream right on May 28th. And if I had time, I should play through the game first and then just in time to build it. I don't know exactly if it was made a Seeker or something like that. And we'll wait, what? I'm playing on the hard mode, so it's moving slow. So, yeah. So then I believe in the Infinity War set, they reused the Black Panther one that was just the black suit without the purple, or without the coloring because they didn't want to make a new one. And they had done blue. So now we finally got... There might have been another suit before this where they did the purple. I can't say for sure. Oh good, we get some stickers on here. But this set excited me because this vehicle is cool looking. I thought the Dragon Flyers were cool. And two awesome minifigures, and then, you know, more Chitauri for you to fight. I would need the bad guys. What I'm gonna do really fast is I forgot this set. Lego instructions. I'm gonna download 76186. And I will be happy to have an actual decent PDF, because this older PDF, the quality is not nearly as good. And now if we send oh wait, no, not send to. Open with. Boom. Now if we come over here. I need to go to take a shower and pack for next week, but I love you, Toast and Cute Chat. Have a fantastic night, friends. Have a good night, Jay. Can't keep my eyes open, heading to bed. Do you want company for the sermon tomorrow? Sure, Mom. That would be awesome. I think we'd already established that. If I found normal pretty hard. It's Jade. Jade likes to cause himself pain. Play games harder than necessary. All right, we're gonna set the instructions to the side, even though these instructions are quite nice. Sometimes they get all wrinkled. These ones came out perfectly. Oh, just so everyone knows, I may not be streaming next weekend. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to go to BrickCon, or not BrickCon, Bricks Cascade in Portland, Lego convention. If so, I would be there on Saturday. Now, the other thing coming up is Thursday is going to be March 10th, which is Mario Day. And so I was debating whether I was going to try to stream for that, but if I'm going to BrickCon, I probably won't be able to because I'll probably have to leave to head over there. So, oh, that is this. Good job. You should come join us. I didn't even think about that I should have tried to nag you into going. The only thing that disappoints me about this minifigure is that there's no print on the legs at all. And that's a little sad. But the design on the body and the head are great. Let's adjust that a little. Well, I am going, and that's what matters, obviously. But I keep wanting to say Miss Tap Cat. Dr. Cat Builds will be there. Set to Build is going to be there. And I'm excited because I've been wanting to meet him for a very long time in person. There's Brickanista is going to be there. Trying to think, there's many people I know. Then there's other people that I've heard may be going, and I don't even know for sure. So supposedly there's a number of other LEGO streamers that will be there, but I don't know for sure. But people that, wow, launching pieces, streamer. Just it seems like a great opportunity that I kind of don't want to miss, but I also don't know if I'll be able to get time off work because we're working on releasing a big thing, and if it goes wrong, they'll need me to fix it. Like, it's my code, like, and they haven't even really started testing, and we don't have we don't have a bunch of QA people at the moment, so it's gonna be fun. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to manage it. I may spend some time tomorrow doing some more testing, but I do not like the idea of testing your own stuff. Testing your own code is usually a bad idea. I mean, obviously you test it when you make it, but other people should test it before it's released, because you're going to check for the things that you checked for when you built it. Like, other people are going to try other combinations of things, doing things in other orders. Okay, I'm missing one of these. I must have launched it that way when I dropped that. Let me see, is there... I really need to sort through my extra pieces here. Is there a chance I have one in here? Instead of going digging. I don't think they usually give you an extra for this, so it wouldn't be in there. That's just the drawer of pieces that are extra from other sets. Does your company do UX user interviews? I guess I don't know what that is, so probably not. Oh, UX, like user experience design. I mean, interviews with users to see how bad our UX is or how good it is. Brickanista is the only one I've heard of, though. I'm new to Twitch LEGO streaming community. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. Like, who would everyone actually know? Now, Faith goes. So testing your own stuff for QA is not ideal. You need independent as well. Yeah. They were actually talking about, because of like not having enough people, having us test our own stuff, and I'm like, can't do that. I mean, you can't only do that. You should always test your own stuff. You can't write code and not test it. And expect it for you. Do anything. Okay. Here's some other pieces that fell off earlier. All right. Yeah, I don't know that they do, but I'm not. Oh, good. Triggers. I know I get feedback from our product team, but I'm not sure that what of that goes through actual customers. I really am kind of out of the loop on how all of that runs. But the stuff that I'm working on, The part I'm working on, the user interface, the little parts of user interface I'm actually doing haven't changed in a long time. The stuff I'm updating is less user interface and more back-end features. Well, front end, but front end communicating with the back end. I don't know how to explain that better without giving too many details. So, raise his hand as user 0 for most things. I know they are getting ready. They're doing some major redesigns of our system. Like they're coming out with new UI guidelines and everything. So I don't know how much that's going to affect my stuff. I know they're working on it. I did testing for many years, so I get what you're saying. Should come test my stuff tonight would be ideal. Just swinging over. Okay, so this sticker I bumped it a little farther this way because the sticker itself, the design is off printed. See, there's more of a gap here than here. So I tried to adjust for that. Are we just leaving a gap there, it looks like? Nope. I totally missed a step. That makes more sense. I'm like, that's not gonna structurally work. That's gonna squeeze there. Beta testing is another missed calling of mine. Hey, you can all just come over and test this and make sure everything works, and then I can go ahead to town. Hence Faith, a plane ticket or gas card. Okay. Ooh. I just totally did that and not the intended order. Well, not Lego's intended order. Oh. It helps if you follow the instructions and don't just guess. All right. How do you italicize breach, breach, breach? Well, you first italicize the @ symbol, and then the B, and then the R, and you just go from there. I'm helping. Can't give away the secrets, Faith. It used to do name color 2 much better. Yeah, I'm very, very sad they got rid of that. Sorry, the secret is out now. Well, how dare you. Okay, so... You hold that time just as well as a cat helps. That's a lot, right? Lots? Cats help lots? Oh, this is literally putting 22 of these little cheese wedges on. It's just, this is my life now. This is my life. I'm a cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I meow 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 and I meow meow meow. I'm a cat. I'm a kitty cat. Cat, you want that knocked to the floor, right? Or when the cat's really trying to be helpful, it's like, I brought you a present. It's mostly dead. It's probably delicious. They're about as helpful as as 3-year-olds. I am really having trouble not dropping things. I just finished up going to head to bed. Have a good night, Miss Malamute. Mostly dead is slightly alive. Yeah, trying to feed you makes me wonder if that lack... Wait. Trying to feed you make me wonder if they lack confidence of the human's ability to hunt. I'm trying to remember, I read something about that somewhere. And I think that it was partly that and partly... What was it? But it was one of those... I think it was still like speculation. It's like why they think it is. But that was part of it, and I believe, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. I don't know where that one piece went, but it was a spare piece. I'm having exceptional high drop count tonight. Oh, interesting. These wings tuck in here to hold them in place. I mean, the wings, they're not wings, but you know, like that's how they're holding these pieces. We could slide these and get them a little tighter too. Redeem balloons. Make it leaf? Wait, is that a new one? Yeah, some people think cats hunt for their owners because they don't see them hunting ever and are concerned about their eating. Have a good night, hunger, maple leaves. I don't need no stinking posture. Okay. All right. These, I believe, were Urukai swords from Lord of the Rings. And I've seen them use them a number of times in various Star Wars ships, and they used them for the pod racer. Actually, I think the pod racer had them in that copper color that I got all excited about because that's like literally the only set I'd ever seen the copper color in. And it turns out they've only used copper a relatively few number of times. Coppery bronze. All right. Now, bag 2. Wait, is there a third bag somewhere? Because it's only showing us... Oh no, bag 2 has the Chitauri in there. How come? This is showing the ship and Shuri, and that's it. So this is definitely gonna help Benny and Wildstyle and Emmett and Unikitty fight evil when they've got Black Panther and Shuri. Back to Thummy time. All right, Breach. And what I'd love to do some point if I had the space is just have a giant like space battle set up. I've tried to figure out a good way to like suspend Lego ships in the air. I thought about it like using fishing line, but the weight on the fishing line I'm afraid would start digging into the plastic. I see, here we're building the Chitari. Just don't know why that first picture doesn't show him anywhere. So, but that's a great minifig. That's how you make up for doing an awful minifig before. Or just a really disappointing blah one. Now she has two faces. She had a smiling one. And then serious time, get down to business. I like this one. I'm gonna leave it on this. A cradle of some kind might work, then you place the pressure on something else. Ah, yeah. Oh, hey, they're using the Overwatch. The Overwatch guns that kind of just disappeared after the Overwatch series, it seemed like. So, but yeah, I think it would be great to have a battle that's just all sorts of random Lego space things. Of course, all the Star Wars ships, but then throwing in like Benny's spaceship and like Guardians of the Galaxy ship, things like that. All right. That's an interesting weapon build. That's pretty cool. So here we've got our Chitari. He can go over here, join the evil team, evil bads. Man, okay. Is this me or is Shuri the standout minifig from this? Obviously the Chitari isn't supposed to, it's supposed to be cannon fodder. It's not supposed to be the most exciting. They designed them in the movies even to be like these generic aliens that you didn't really like. They were just the bad guys you fought. They weren't supposed to have personality. But Black Panther's outfit is good, but Shuri is that's just fantastic. Still sad that there's no prints on the legs on either. I can't remember her costume, yeah, or what the design would be there. I think it actually was part of it is that hers, it doesn't look so odd not having a design down there. It doesn't stand out as much. But yeah, it's just, hey Dutch Daddy Gamer. Oh, I didn't change any of the things. Date, current, blub, blub. 76186. 76116. There we go. So we finished Benny's spaceship, and now we're building this Black Panther Dragonflyer. Okay. So now they want us to put some stickers on. These ones, since they're inside, like, it wouldn't be as noticeable if you left them off, but these 1x2 blue tiles are not an uncommon piece, and these little control panels are generic enough to be really useful for other situations, because sometimes, and I'm not sure, this one might get left together anyway. A lot of times what I do is I make the determination of whether I put stickers on based on whether a set is going to remain on display. Because some things I tend to part them out to build other things. This one I'm not sure, and when I see it complete, that will help. But when I see something like this, is like, well, that's such a useful design on a common piece that I don't have an issue. Now I just have to make sure I put the right sticker in the right place. Which I think is this one. 'Cause I didn't, they're numbered on the sheet, but of course I wasn't paying enough attention to that. Okay. All right. Let's go flush there. And then here. Okay. I'm assuming that this is where the cockpit will, the canopy will attach. And so they like to use these pieces. So there's only a couple of studs to hold on to, which means it grips, but can be opened. Unless this clip is actually connecting to the cannon. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Oh, I did both sides, so we kind of got ahead there. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool shaping there. Now, these pieces, I almost skipped them, and then the canopy. Okay, so yeah, see, the canopy isn't hinged, but because there's no studs in this back section, well, I guess there's not even place really to attach. It's mostly attaching here, and then you're lifting off. Looks like this piece can come off here. Doesn't really matter. The whole point is that you can get into this relatively easily without having all the extra bulk of a hinge. The hinge itself is going to be for the neck of the flyer. So we're going to connect this with the ratcheting pieces, and then this clip is going to go there. That's a great design. So because that clip comes off pretty easily, it can pivot like that. All right. So then we connect this here and then pivot that. Oh, and make 2 of them because I paid all the attentions. And then the other one will just be that in reverse. So we could have done that at the same time too. Wow, this set, it looks like it's gonna have taken a lot less time than I was planning. That's actually not the worst thing. Maybe finish up a little early tonight. Instead of way late like last week. I'll try to let everyone know if I end up streaming next week or not. If I don't end up going to the convention, then probably, yeah, I'll be streaming. If I don't end up going to the convention, there's a good chance I will try to stream on Thursday for Mario Day, but if I do go, that's very unlikely. What I'd like to build is the airship set, but that's a big set, so. Yeah, March 10th is Mario Day, because you can write March 10th as that, and then you put it together, and it's a me, Mario! So Nintendo always does stuff for it. Now, whether it's super exciting or not depends. But like, I wanted to build some of the Mario Lego stuff for it, but that all depends on if I'm even going to be in town. If I can convince Faith Makes a Way to go to the convention and come pick me up, then I don't have to have Slepty. Then I can build in the car on the way with my terrible network that I'm on. And you know, Lego pieces flying everywhere. I drop half the pieces sitting at a completely stable desk. Do you have any Mario Lego stuff ready to build? I'm going to start the 64 block question mark block soon. I want the 64 question mark block. It's the one thing I don't have. Well, that's not true. The other sets. I have basically all the Mario stuff that was out as of the end of last year or the year before. I have everything that's retired, and then some of the newer stuff. But I really need the Luigi's Mansion stuff. So I have a big backlog of the Mario stuff. But the one that I really want to build is the airship. Aside from the question mark block, the airship is my favorite of the Mario sets. Just from the looks of it, from what I've seen so far. A lot of the Mario sets, the sets themselves, were a little. They weren't my favorite, but I understand what they're going for. I understand the game layout. What I really like is all the characters and stuff, and I want to build. I want to do what I've seen some other Lego content creators do, where they take the sets and then they build like a side-scrolling diorama with the different characters and elements. But the airship is just gorgeous and a solid thing, because the others are like spread out pieces of a level. The airship is just an airship, and it does have this cool gimmick where it like opens outward into multiple platforms, but sitting together it just looks like a great display piece. So I say of the playset ones, it's the best. It is by far the best display piece. Do you want to do the honors or should I, Faith? Oop. Haha. The sad part about those bots is you know that they must keep doing them because they're working somewhat. Like, and the thing is, stuff like that, the same thing as scam email messages, it's really cheap to send out thousands and thousands of them, and you only have to have one person respond to make a profit. That's the sad thing. But it's sad that people do fall for those things. Or, yeah. Okay. So, do they show this? They don't show it in its other form. Whoop. Turn my headset off. They show it on the box though. So they do show it here. And here's Sherry like making the Chitari surrender, I guess. I don't remember any of them surrendering. I need to watch it again. But so this can swivel like this, and it even can support itself. Oh, and then when it goes like this, it shows these forming like this. Do they show it? Okay, it doesn't support itself. Nope. That's not an actual thing it does. I think that is a cool little. Now the thing here does not look pretty. But I think they did a good job on it for the scale and everything. Like that looks nice. And displaying it like that works really well. And I never even noticed like how dragonfly they are, that they have 6 legs. 6 legs, 4 wings. They call it the dragon flyer, but it's obviously, yeah, dragonfly. I am going to put Black Panther into here so we can see how it nicely fits a minifig. This cockpit piece is very nice, and I'm just glad they didn't try to do stickers there, because that would have been a nightmare. It's nice printing on there. I really like this technique they did here, where we just put a bunch of these slopes on one long plate, and that gave these ridges along the edge, this like sawtooth kind of pattern. And then the fact that they realized, though, we can't really connect it, so they just use these pieces to hold it in place. So it doesn't actually technically connect, but it's not going anywhere, really. You get a little bit of play, but I think that's a solid little design there. I did have some stickers. These stickers do definitely add to it. It would have been nice if it was printed, but obviously this isn't something you could build at this scale and put those designs in. So, all right. But this minifig is just the star. I'm so excited. And let's just show off her reverse face. Both faces are well done, but gotta love Sherry. And then you can throw Sherry in one of these little. She looks so out of place. It's not as much as I thought it would be, but it's pretty great. All right, we got some nice builds. Done some nice builds. These are nice builds. I don't know what's going on. Words its heart. So. This color scheme matches this a little more, but still. One of the things that really does stick out at me is the fact that, oh, good night, church comes early, fun times, and nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Church does come early. That's one of the reasons why I'm glad that this set actually took less time than I expected. I thought this would be about an hour. Andrew, hey! So I was just going to comment, I love how this, now obviously if you compare these to actual classic space, there's a lot more complicated build techniques, a lot of different part use. It's but there's such a stylistic difference between things that have this classic space type look and then something like this dragon flyer. It's just kind of cool how different you can get the feels of things. Yes, so I was going to go through everything in order, and then I had stuff come up. So I watched the first 3, I think, and then I skipped to the Arkham one. And then I started watching the well, I wanted to say the one after it. It was the one that popped up after it. But my plan is to go back and watch the all the other ones. I just I'm like, well, I was gonna view them all in order, but I was running out of time and I wanted to get to Arkham. Thank you so much for that. You were like overly kind. I am just a simple toast. If you haven't checked out Andrew's videos, he started doing review videos on YouTube. What we were just talking about was the Arkham set from, what year did that Arkham set come out? Like, that is a cool set. I remember you said in the video, but I'm blanking. That is cool. I'm trying to remember if I just missed that one entirely, or if that was one where I saw it, and when I originally saw it, like, it didn't impress me as much, but now, like, looking at, as you're showing it off, I'm like, oh man, that is nicely done. I love the design of the building. I love the paddy wagon, the vehicle. The minifigs are great. I love that they did it Harley, so you could, it had both her blonde hair and her classic Harley hair, so you could have her like, and with the reversing face, so you had her like dressed as Dr. Harley Quinzel or Harley Quinn. I didn't realize that they had the two. Do you see the reel I made? I posted in Discord. No, 2013. Okay. I will have to check that out. Okay. Let's see. I'm so terrible at catching up on my, oops, nope, I didn't mean to click that. At keeping up with my own Discord. Whoa, that is sound. But what I'm trying to do is, how can I? Okay, I guess I can't. I just need to download it. Which I can do. I was trying to get it to like open. Okay, let's turn this down. That was loud. I have all my sounds. Okay. Let's see this. Okay, this just doesn't. This is going to be wonky here, but okay. It's a little bit wonky. Just the size wise, because it is a portrait view. We're not going to see it super great. I love Ace and Crypto. Nice. Wait, was that Justice League movie Cyborg, or was that having a click? Or was that the comic Cyborg? Oh, nope, I missed. Come on, go where I tell you to go. Can't quit. No, that's the comic one. Okay. The Justice League Unlimited theme. Justice League, yes. Yeah, unlimited theme song. That's awesome. But yeah, the one I did notice, so in the collectible minifigs series that's out now, the robot has the weird arm they used for Cyborg in the movie one. He's got this weird shaped arm. I didn't pick up that minifig, but I kind of wanted it because that arm was that was I couldn't decide if I liked it or not. It was such a weird shape for it. Yeah, this is definitely the comic one because it doesn't have the weird arm. That's what I was looking for. I do love that they gave us Hawkman and Hawkgirl, even if we had to get them a different. I think they were different times, right? Because was Hawkgirl in the Justice League Party set and Hawkman was elsewhere? Or were they both in that set? I'm trying to remember. I know I have them both. Oh, and Jay at the end. It is. Yeah. Oops. Yes, the Wonder Twins. I'm still sad we don't have Gleek, but not as sad as not having Saturn Girl. That keeps my VLC keeps doing some weird stuff. I need to set up a better way to display my ones. That I have like basically have a couple different Justice Leagues, and there's like the modern and the classic Justice Leagues, and the classic one is the it's like the superpowers series ones, and so I've got the characters that were only in the superpowers series, and then slash Super Friends. Hawkman was in the Dark Side set. Yes, okay. The Dark Side set, which was that was the one that was that the one that was oh, why am I blanking the name of their jet? Oh wait, that one had Green Arrow, Superman. I remember it had the little Superman like jumper thing that you could. Trying to remember if that was the same set as Hawkman or as Darkseid, or if that was use Party Green Arrow. I like him better. That's one of the reasons I ended up starting to do like having the two Justice Leagues. So Party Green Arrow is of course in the classic one, and then the one from that is in like the kind of the new 52-ish like different Justice League, because I like the designs of both, but oh, Red Tornado, yes, we need Red Tornado. I love Red Tornado. The Javelin, thank you. The which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that completely came from Justice League, right? Like I think they made it up for the show, or was it in the comics at some point? But it's such a good design. I love that set. That was a set that was one of those examples. There's so many times with superhero sets where they have to make up a vehicle and they're just not super great. That one, partly because that was a vehicle that already existed. Like they didn't make it up for the Lego set. They made it up for because it already existed in the anime series. But they did just a great job on that. I really liked the Javelin. I thought it, yeah, it was good. It came with great minifigs. Oh, you don't have Samurai yet? I think you mentioned that. I need to double check. I don't think I have a duplicate. I know I have a duplicate of one or two of those, but I don't think I have that one. Hey, Lone. Yep, we finished the spaceship and then built a Black Panther Dragon Flyer. But this thing, I love this thing. Figuring out where this flight will be a trick. But I like that this pops out with the Technic launchers. And while there's these big gaps in here, it's not that big of a deal the way they designed it. They don't look super obvious. And it's only a gap when you open it like that. I still really like the use of these like medieval windows pieces. for intakes. That was just great. That's a great design choice there. Oops. The raptor was my addition. It's just well done. They use so many of these elements, these classic elements, the dish, these engine pieces that really give it some of that classic feel, even though it obviously uses a lot of techniques and pieces that weren't available at the time. And then these classic robots that are just very classic, except for the cheese slopes. Like I believe that they may have had a design basically identical to that in the classic space, but then they cheese sloped it. And then we got these engines. It's a little sad that the way they did this, unless I messed something up, we don't have orange on there. I think that's the way. Yeah, no, that's the way it was designed. So that's the only little sad thing there is that it doesn't match these ones exactly, but it's so nice. It's very nice. Oh, and then if you take Unikitty out of here, I forgot, take Unikitty out of here, this whole piece flips up, and then there's more seating in there.
Oh, you feel it. You feel it.
And then this thing, whatever it is, the power source. But thank you for the follow. Once again, I have to pop over here to see who actually followed because I am pro streamer. Fred Bob 213, thank you for the follow. And there's a couple tools there. You can see if I can get an angle. Oop, nope, it's kind of hard to see. There is a wrench here. With pry bar at that end. And the hammer. These classic, the printed consoles. They were really like this. This is great. Like the temperature on some sort of like a nuclear power system. It feels like this should spin. I don't think they actually added a mechanism to make it spin. I don't think so, no. But it does feel like that thing should be spinning. I love how much seating there is in there. You've got 3 characters here, plus you are seating for 3 minifigures, plus Unikitty here, plus you can put some people under there. Plus, you could have some people probably hanging out in these. I'm not sure if there's arm space when these are folded. But you'd have to leave them out like this rather than fold it up properly. Samurai isn't made yet. Oh, wait. Oh, Apache Chief. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, they do need to make. It's so sad there's so many of these things where they've given us like 90%. They've given us like everybody but one character in a group. And it's just like, well, nope, we're just done with that one. It's like, oh, how dare you? If you have a double, let me know. I will check. I don't think I do, but I know I had some doubles of a couple of those. I think I don't think that was one of them, but I will check. Yes, I saw you got your Snape Chocolate Frog card. Also, if you want to see all my builds and stuff, I do post on Insta. Am I following you on Instagram? I need to do that if I'm not. Is your Instagram posted on your YouTube? Hey, Yellowtail Nagiri. Such a sad thing happened today, like sad story. Oh, yeah? What? Something that you need to talk about? Oh, I do. Oh, that reminds me. So we'll be wrapping up fairly soon. There's something you need to talk about. We can hang around for that. For sure. I need to check the schedule for the the raid train. Let's see. Oh no, that's in Twitch chat. I'm looking in Discord. Guess it's on YouTube. Nice. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, I am very confused at the moment. Huh. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. So I need to go to my whispers on here and click here, and then link to the schedule. And we are on Eastern time, so I have to add 3 hours. Nope, that's Saturday. We're on Sunday now. So Professor Wumbus. Okay. Oh, so today while I was looking at a garage sale, this lady had the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean ship still in its box. It's only selling it for $30, so I told her to sell it online. Apparently it was gifted to her son when it came out, but he was too sick to build it. Oh. She was just selling all his old stuff after her daughter needed a baby room. Oh. No, I liked a few of your picks. Easier to find me that way than going through YouTube. That's true. That is definitely true. Thank you. Yeah, that was nice of you. That was really nice, and you could have just bought it for $30, and if you didn't want it, resell it. But to tell her like this is really worth a lot more than this, you should you should should try selling it online and getting its value was very kind of you. And that's me hitting my shoulder into the camera. Because once again, I am a pro streamer. Don't try this at home, kids. Actually, this is something you can try at home. Building Lego, totally try at home. um, she then was able to list it on eBay for like 1,100, so she was very happy I told her that. Oh wow, wow! I didn't realize it went for that much. Man, like that's it's one of those things that sort of surprises me and sort of doesn't, because like yes, but still. um you'll get to see me build the Batwing via Instagram. Oh, are you going to be doing an Instagram live, or are you going to be posting like a time lapse reel? Which Batwing is that too? Is that the 89 movie like the Keaton Batwing, or one of the others? There's so many Batwings now, and that reminds me, I still have to fix the Keaton Batwing that's sitting over here. That like the wing got bumped and it broke pieces off, and I have to get out the instructions. But I want to wall mount it, so I need to figure out where I'm wall mounting it, and then fix it, because I'm afraid I'm just gonna mess it up again. Even if it was built, it's still worth way more than 30. Oh yeah, for sure. 1989. Okay, that is an awesome build. No, just progress pics. Okay, perfect, nice, yeah. When you in shock, make sure to double check you didn't leave any rice cookies just in case. Thanks, Faye. I appreciate it. Yeah, which Pirates of the Caribbean ship was that? Was that like the original Black Pearl? Um, let's see. I look at that's. So did she? When you say listed it for 1,100, did she actually sell it for that, or is that just what she put it up for? Oh, Queen Anne. When we looked online, it was selling for that. Okay. But yeah, Queen Anne looks like the minimum new price is like 750, but that's like let me see. That's not necessarily even ships to here. That's just their top. Yeah, that's the lowest one is 750 and that's from Singapore, so once you add shipping and stuff, of course the prices vary. Like then they start jumping up to 1,000. There's a couple. One of the ones that's 780 has an open bag, but everything's in there supposedly. But yeah, once it's the first ones that get into like North America are jumping way up there. When you peep my Insta, you'll see the progress pics. How I do it, I take pics each after each bag. Oh, that makes sense. That's a great like stopping point, or if not stopping, check-in point. Which set number? Oh, the Queen Anne. Yeah. Let me. I almost did shout out. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks to be the one. I'm assuming because it's got prices listed up in that range. Oh my gosh, I want this set. Jack's boat polybag. It's just Jack with a tiny boat. It's just tiny. It's tiny. Look at this. It's so cute. I'm sure it's it's $17, which is expensive for what's actually in it. It's so small. Whoa! I just did that after just joking or just saying that I almost did it. It wasn't a joke. I did almost do it, and then I did do it that time. So, luckily, there's not a streamer named 30131. It looks like. Yeah, I didn't pick up any of the Pirates of Caribbean stuff, and I kind of wish I had because it's the Silent Mary was awesome too. Silent Mary I saw on display in the Lego store. That was the ghost pirate ship that's like falling apart and stuff. They did some cool display stand things underneath it, so it also has ghost sharks, which is the most important thing. Ghost sharks. I made my Instagram match my YouTube name. Also, my friends recommended I do that. Yeah, having things as consistent as possible is probably good. You got the Dr. Jane Goodall set too? Yeah, I need to order because I had a bunch of things sitting in my cart and I was just deciding between them. So I need to do that while it's still there. I think it's still gonna be there for. I don't think that one's gonna sell it instantly, like some of the gifts we'll purchase, but we'll see. Because it seems like I don't think that last year's Amelia Earhart one sold out instantly. That set is so good. Like that's such a great display. All right. So let's see. According to this, Professor Wumbus is who's on the raid train right now. As I was mentioning earlier in the stream, princess. I don't know if it's Kazakh princess, if that's how it's pronounced. There we go. Put together a raid train that's doing fundraiser, raising money for through the money goes to a few different organizations that are all doing relief work in Ukraine. My brain just blinked. I was like, where? Yeah. And they've been doing it. So originally, I was invited to it, and I just didn't get I didn't get into it in time. I had a bunch of stuff going on, and then it was like, oh wait, no, it's all filled up. Originally they were hoping to get enough to fill a weekend. They had from 3 p.m. and this is Eastern Standard Time US, or Eastern Daylight Time. Eastern Time US. They had from 3 p.m. on Friday going through 3 a.m. on Monday. Well, no, that's not even right. That's 3 a.m. on Tuesday, technically. It looks like to me because they just Friday Monday starts at 12 a.m. goes through 12 a.m. and then has a few more hours. Uh, so yeah, that's how filled they got it, which is amazing. And it was like, well, I don't know if we'll get enough for a weekend. We got this. And they, not anything I did. So let's go join the raid train. Let's keep my family in prayer. My uncle is going into hospice. His cancer is in end stage. Oh, I want to get the Earnhardt to mod into the Red Baron. Yeah, definitely be keeping your family in prayer. That is definitely hard. My headset is battery is about out. Right. Would you like us to do a prayer really fast before the raid? I can definitely do that. And I'll go ahead if you want a raid command. We're going to be going to see Professor Wumbus, who we actually raided 2-3 weeks ago. But he's the current stop on the raid train. You can just raid. I'm super tired. Okay. Well, have a great night. I will definitely be keeping your family in prayer. If you need to talk or anything, you know where to find me. So thank you everybody for being here. It was a good time, and I always we've got a good community here, and then we have new people come in, and then they're good as well. Like it seems like we're adding on to the community with people who are just as awesome as those who were here before. Set 420 is a police car. That didn't click at first until you commented. All right, let's go show them some love. If anybody is able to donate, obviously you need to be financially, like, you need to take care of you and yours. But if you're financially able to, it would be super appreciated. And once again, I like to warn, he's got the mature audiences tag on. I know we keep it family friendly here, so I always like to warn if we're raiding somewhere else. And so if you don't want to join the raid because of that, that's up to you. I just want to make sure that you know. Yes. Yep. He's very entertaining. All right. I'll see you guys over there. Have a good night, everyone. Love you all.